What's going on, Internet? Welcome to ANR Weekly. We got an awesome show today. I'm so glad to get the show underway. I can't wait. I'm excited. I want to thank everybody that is joining us. Either you're watching us live or you're listening to our podcast. Thank you so much. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. And follow us at ANR Universe for all social media stuff, Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. And if you're first time here, welcome. Go ahead to our YouTube channel and subscribe and be part of the ANR family, the ANR army, and look forward to making some awesome content for you guys. Tons of stuff in the works all the time. I got to bring in my buddy because I don't do this show by myself. If I did, it probably won't last that long. But somewhere in the Bifrost, he is coming in hot. It is my buddy D. What is going on, sir?
The Bifrost, eh? You're still resonating on that one. You're still resonating on that film.
I gotta tie it into one of our topics, right? So
yeah,
I thought of the Bifrost would be good. I haven't used that one, so.
Kawabunga dude and Omar, hello.
What's that? Kawabunga dude, Omar, yay! How's it going? Hope you guys are having a good day. Thanks for tuning in. All right, sir. What a weekend! What an interesting week for me.
I was working, so it felt like a weekday. Still, I'm all confused. I'm all backwards.
You're back to actual work environment.
Just
like
back
you always worked before, but it was always rolling over, going to the next door room, and then turn on the computer and go to work. But now you got to be like us people, commute to your work now.
In small doses.
Oh, okay. So it's sort of half kind of thing.
Yeah, and then I'm spending more time with my little baby cousin. So just busy adult life. Okay, something I thought I'd never say.
Oh, well,
but I always have time for toys and TV.
Oh, yeah, you better have some time for toys.
Where's that thing you got me? You gave me this guy. I got a scroll for my little army.
Woohoo!
And then I
left your guy in the other room. I don't want to. Now I can't even go there now because everything's like blocked off here. So.
The one.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, I'll take a picture of it and put it on Instagram.
Yeah.
How about that?
That works too. That. Yeah. And then I got my.
If anyone's wondering, D actually made me a custom Green Lantern John Stewart figure, and it's based off a Marvel Legends body. And man, you knocked it out of the park, bro! Like you knocked it out of the park. The paint, I can't get over the paint. I love that. That's Turbo, right? Turbo Dork?
Some of it? Yeah, a mix of Turbo Dork and Mr. Metallics, which is like painting with glue. So
that must have been fun.
It was fantastic. It was fantastic. Actually, hold on a second.
Do you have a picture of it?
I might.
Okay.
But while we're looking for that, so I did get that X-Men wave. That's old news now. EB finally got mine. The Bonebreaker.
Oh yeah, okay. Did you get the whole set?
They're still they still don't have Sabretooth and Vulcan. So I was like, whatever, okay. Sure, why not? But here's a picture of what I was talking about.
Yeah, there it is. Oh man. Mwah, beauty. A work of art. Take that.
What Elvin's trying to do is get all the human lanterns, so I'm making them one by one.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely.
I can't wait. This guy is so cool. It's gonna scale with my Marvel Legends.
That's the problem, right? Like you get a cool figure, and they don't scale at all. Like you trying to find a Superman for the longest time was just awful.
Oh, Omar wants to see it. You said put it up for a little bit. Let it marinate a little bit. Come on, let it marinate.
I'll put it back up.
It's not like we're gonna get this stuff from Todd McFarlane. So let it marinate a little bit. For anybody who's listening to us, like I mentioned, this is a custom figure that D has made. Do you want to drop your Insta? You want to maybe get someone to maybe ask you for a custom, or are you too busy right now?
I'll get to it eventually.
Okay. So. Well, you can reach us if you want to get D to make you a custom, and if you're curious about getting something.
They have the ANR Instagram.
Yeah, so just message us through there, and we'll forward it to D because D's always, he's a busy guy, but he'll try to take a commission here and there. I put it up. Let me see it again. I mean, it's on the other room. I wish I I can't believe I totally forgot to put it on.
I did that too. I'm like, let me grab the stuff that because I did make some super scrolls. I was like, I'll show those off with that. I'm like, oh well, I completely forgot about that. I don't know why.
So Omar's asking, what's your page?
Oh, I'm in the works of a new one, but it's I'll throw it up right now actually.
Okay.
Just so you throw it up on there. Can you see this?
There you go. Look at that. I'm disappointed you didn't make me those big guns.
Just buy the Todd one. Just buy the Todd one and just recycle it.
I mean, they're big enough, right? They'll just probably scale like this.
I made her as well. This is, I think, Kelly Quintella. I can't pronounce her last name. Apologies.
This is for your own personal collection,
right? This one, yeah. I was curious if I could pull it off.
So, like, remember this guy's like, he has his own personal collection. I'm jealous of that one. I might have to go to your house and steal that.
I could just make you. What I have to. You have more than enough pieces.
So I want that one though. That looks so good.
Someone asked for Mongol and a Yellow Lantern costume.
My God.
I was reading Radiant Black at the time, so made these.
It's a hostile _ CC.
Yeah.
For anybody's listening, if you want to check out his Instagram page, where he
Jessica
makes all
Cruz, these... and then the artist comment, which is nice. That was a nice treat.
Look at that. See, look at that. The artist actually commented on your creation.
There's a little window to my world, guys. There you go.
Yeah. Not a little world. It's a big world. Stop lying.
Oh, yeah. We totally sidetracked. What was I talking about? Well, that counts because I made you that. So that's part of your new thing.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, it's okay. I like we're talking about toys. So
it was sort of like yours and mine kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, what we watched kind of thing. Speaking of that, let's get into that. What we watched and what we got.
What we watched. So you already know I got my X-Men wave. I really do like that Maggot figure. That was cool. I didn't think I'd like him as much as I do.
Wish they had the shades for him.
Yeah. Might have to make some. Got the skull from you. And then what I watched, Jess recommended is this, those mockumentary type shows? They did one about League of Legends esports players.
Really?
So we were binging that. It's called Players, and it's on Paramount Plus.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They captured the personalities and the lifestyle of that gaming world so well. I was like, are these real players?
Wow.
Like I knew it was a mockumentary, but I thought they took actual esports players and just made up a show about them.
That's awesome.
So I've been binging that. I still have.
What's it called again? Players?
Players, yeah.
Just the way it's spelled, no Z or anything at the end?
I believe it's with a Z actually.
Okay.
No, Players just with an S. Apologies. The poster makes it look like a Z. Didn't finish Umbrella Academy. Did you?
Yeah.
You finished it?
No. One episode left.
Okay, I got to catch up on that.
I was going to talk about that. Yeah,
this player show is like being there's rivalries and basically the premise is there's this super squad and they're competing to be the best of the best, and they pull in a 17-year-old kid. Most of these guys are like in their 20s, and he's kind of the new hot feature. But he's also standoffish and doesn't talk about it. Like he's just so the main guy and him are butting heads, and that's where all the comedy comes from. So I'm gonna finish that tonight after the podcast, and I'll see what I think. But it pulled me in.
Interesting.
What about you? What did you get?
Well, what about? Did you get anything else?
No, just this from you and the X-Men.
Okay. Well, what did I watch? I watched The Boys. I finished it. It was the season finale.
Yeah.
Man, what a show. But I gotta say, the last episode, I was a little disappointed.
I'm not even close to finish yet, so
not by a lot. It still was a great season, but I just felt the show at the end kind of.
Is it a spoiler to say if there's another season?
Oh yeah, there's another season.
Okay.
Sure. They already announced season 4.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's another season. I just kind of wish something crazy. Well, something crazy did happen, but not what I was expecting. Right? So, in a way, it's a nice twist, but I was just like, I kind of feel like I was lied to you a little bit, which is what they were gonna
do.
They're
all about that though.
Yeah, they're
like
just
you can't. That's why I need to pace.
They just gave me. They flipped the bird at me. Said, "Yeah, what did you think we were gonna do?" Right?
That's why I need to prepare myself. Anything could happen in that show.
Yeah, exactly. They just give you the bird and said, what do you think? We're gonna listen to you guys and do what you want to do? We're the boys here. So yeah, it was still a great season though. Probably the best TV show I watched this year right now. Nothing's come close except for Stranger Things. Speaking of that, we did a full review on it. Me and our new member Brad. We spent 2 hours when we were only supposed to spend 1 hour.
See, time just gets away from you.
Yeah, we were just conversing, and then it just went out like a wildfire, and we had a great time. He had a great time. He's looking forward to doing more stuff with us. So
hope he does. He's funny. He's hilarious.
Yeah. Oh man, I had a great time. I laughed the entire 2 hours. It's so much fun. Right away off the beginning, like I highly recommend anybody who listens to us or watches us on our YouTube channel go to our Stranger Things and watch it. Of course, I got a couple of things wrong, and Brad corrected me. I'm not gonna remember everything and know everything in detail. I make mistakes. I'm human, and so Brad's like, "Hey, no, I think you're wrong about that. Here's what happened." I'm like, "Oh yeah." So it was pretty cool. Had good times there. In terms of what else did I watch, I can't honestly remember what else I watched.
See, the weekend just goes by fast.
Yeah, it's a blank for me. I'll remember after the show's over. Like, oh yeah, I watched that. But what did I get? Okay, so I got a bunch of stuff, so I'll go through it quickly. So I got my Loot Crate box. So I got the Shredder. Justin and our members, he did a quick video on it. He'll probably drop it soon, the Loot Crate box.
Oh, you made a video. Cool.
Yeah, so he called this Shredder meets Groot. He's like, what if Shredder and Groot had a baby? This is what it looked like, right? So I am Groot.
You like that figure, or was it just like a meh?
When Loot Crate had that deal, I bought all the Loot Crate boxes for the Turtles.
Okay.
Because they had a deal. If you get all of them or something, you get an extra figure. So I just bought all 3 of them. This was the least of the boxes I wanted. And you pointed out that I was missing a fanny pack, a Krang fanny pack, which I probably would have never, ever put on. But I was happy to get the Raphael t-shirt. So I'm happy.
The t-shirt I like. That looks cool. Yeah.
So I got that. I'm happy with that. They gave a pin, a Raphael pin. And I can't remember what else they gave us. But yeah, the Loot Crate was lacking. But it's better than not getting anything because, they've gone through some controversy, right? Where
some people haven't been getting their stuff.
So I'm happy to get something better than nothing. I got that figure. And then from my local store, I picked up my Krillin, SH Figure Arts Krillin figure. So I'm happy to get that. And then I got my SH Figure Arts Deadpool right here. Deadpool from SH Figure Arts. I'm going to do a video on him pretty soon, probably in the weekend. From G.I. Joe, I don't know if I mentioned this last week, but I'll mention it now. Crocmaster, G.I. Joe.
Everyone was excited for him.
Yeah, I'm can't wait to open this guy up. I haven't had a chance, but I will open him up soon. And then I got you showed this last time. I got the Bumblebee from DLX 3-0. Is
there Optimus?
No, I've not.
Stop,
oh, man. Stop. I have enough Optimus. I don't need to hear more.
But you can't. What
Just
they
stop.
Need to be displayed together. They need to be displayed together.
I don't want to hear about it. You be quiet. I picked up 5 of these guys. G.I. Joe Bat. So I picked up them. I might be giving away one of these. Who knows? Maybe. You got to be a subscriber and keep following us. Maybe I'll give away a bat. I am going to mention our winner for this last month of July. Alex Martinez. He has won our SH Figure Arts Luke Skywalker. And he actually mentioned it in one of our videos that he would love to win that. So Alex, if you're going to listen to us or watch us, get a hold of us and we'll send that off to you. So yeah, he won an SH Figure Arts figure.
Congrats.
The one we're going to give away in August is right here. It's the Marvel Legends Wolverine from the Bonebreaker wave. So we're going to give this away for the month of August. All you have to do is be a subscriber and tell us you want this figure. Say, I would love to get the Marvel Legends Wolverine. That's all you got to do in the comments section in our social YouTube channel. And we'll pick one winner in August and give that away. Send it to them. Simple as that.
See, that's pretty easy. No one's making you jump through hoops.
Yeah, we're not asking you some math equations or anything like that, or answer some riddles or something, or join us in a specific day and we'll spin a wheel, digital wheel.
See, now we're lazy ourselves, so we appreciate and understand.
Shh! Don't tell them that. Make it sound like we're cool.
Yeah,
and laid back. Yeah, no, just be a subscriber, leave a comment on what if you want the figure or not, and then what do you think of our videos, right? That's it. And you're entered. All right. Shall we get in to the first topic? The toys of the week that went around.
I was surprised to see this. I thought it was from NECA, but it was actually Bandai. And
oh. Okay.
I'm not gonna get him. I just thought since you and Brad were talking about Stranger Things, it was funny that he popped up on my screen. I was like, oh, Bandai dabbled in this. Okay, sweet.
But yeah, that's a pass for me too.
Yeah.
I don't need nightmares, man.
And then, do you collect Mythic Legions?
Yeah, I do collect their space line. They have their space line. I don't collect their medieval line.
So none of these things. Like
this is cool though.
I feel like this could go with your He-Man stuff, like Masters of the Universe.
They've been doing this kind of stuff for a while.
Yeah, I noticed the other one looked like She-Ra. Like that.
Yeah, the Skeletor one. Are
you sure that's not She-Ra and Skeletor? Because it's getting pretty close.
These are cool. These are awesome.
I like it. I like the accessories. I haven't dabbled in any yet though.
Yeah,
they're pretty.
They're how can I say this? They're very expensive.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
They're not cheap, but hey, I buy a lot of expensive figures. I buy hot toys, stuff like that too, all the time. But it's not something that I like. Hey, I want this because it's part of my childhood, or I really love these. They have a meaning behind it, right? These are specifically, figures for a specific type of people who are interested in getting these kind of looks. I'm not into the whole ogre and
like the Lord of the Rings type.
Yeah, I'm not into that. I'll watch movies that are like that, but collecting them, I don't know. It's a acquired taste for me.
Yeah, right? I get it.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you here. Like, these are ridiculously good. I've seen some of the details on some of the characters that they put out. It's like, wow. Like, for the price, they really do their best for sculpting. I don't know about the articulation because I've never had one in my hand.
They look like they would be like Masters of the Universe type articulation.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
The space ones that I've ordered, they haven't even showed up yet. It's been 8 months. They haven't even shipped.
Is that a 2023 release, or like did they say?
It was supposed to be this year sometime.
Okay.
I don't know the exact date.
I'm always on the edge of my seat, and I get kind of, I don't want to say disappointed because I don't know what it takes to make these things. But when you're that excited for something and you put a down payment down and you're waiting and waiting.
iTunes goes, can I have the Yamaguchi Wolverine?
Do you are
you glutton for punishment? What are you doing?
Elvin was freaking out about posing those things last week. I love Yamaguchi stuff. They just look so stylized and cool.
What did I said I was gonna get the My Hero. I didn't get to watch that. I need to get back on that saddle and watch that again.
I know you said your son was interested in it. Does he care anymore? Did it pass the?
I think he'll watch it if I sit there and watch it with him.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's gonna go on his own to try to watch it. So
that's fair. What else do we have? Sort of mythical, sort of sci-fi. There's a combo of the two. It's Sentinel, Marvel Comics fighting armored. They did a Wolverine, Deadpool, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Captain America. They have a repaint of Thor now, and in the corner you see Loki there. It looks cool, but again, acquired taste. I don't need it.
See, these look fantastic. If you're into Gundam, and if you're into like the Gundam type of looks, these will fit right in your collection. Yeah. They look great. Am I going to get them? No, because I can't get into many lines now. I'm sort of trapped in the 17 lines that I'm in already, and I can't get into another separate line because these are such a unique looking line that it's not going to fit in with the rest of my stuff. It's going to be really, it'll stick out like a sore thumb, right?
Yeah.
And I haven't built Gundams in a long time. I used to do that way back.
I can't do it anymore. I get so frustrated.
I had the itch. I'm not gonna lie. Last week I had the itch to take out from my garage some of the Gundam that I've already built, and some of the ones are still in the packaging. I was like, do I get into this? And if I get into this, I'm never gonna get my studio and everything set up ever, because they're time consuming, right? Especially the master grade ones. They will take a while for you to put that together right.
I'll be at it all day. Like when I started, I
want it done. I'm at it for like a week.
I need it done. I don't want to put it away, man. So no, I'm whatever the lowest basic grade is. That's me. Just pathetic. The pathetic grade. That's what I do, just to get it out of the way.
The pathetic. Did they really label that pathetic grade?
That's what I label myself. I'm fine with that. I just want it. I want it complete.
Oh, pathetic grade. That's awesome. That's me when I build it, right? It's the pathetic grade look.
But no, you're right.
Why is this leg shaking all the time?
This gave me a Gundam vibe as well.
Do you think this is segueing off here, but Gundam needs a revival, do they not? Why haven't we got a film like an actual?
Oh, they're doing it. They're doing a movie.
Who's doing the movie? Sony?
No, I think it's one of those Netflix ones.
Oh. Are they doing like a big budget movie, or is one of these small budget? They're gonna try to aim for the moon.
It's
where did you hear this? I didn't hear anything
a while ago. I don't know. It was.
And you didn't even bring it up in ANR Weekly?
Because what am I gonna say?
How dare you?
The idea of this was spoken verbally. Like I don't know. Like I need at least a concept image first before it's even worth talking about.
I think they're due. I think they're due for a movie or TV show. I think a TV show would be great. Right? Like, why not? Like, I can't believe nobody has jumped on this yet. Oh, look at that. See? There's going to be a live-action Gundam.
Yeah, the Netflix one, right? Or am I wrong, iTunes?
Listen, iTunes. You can't just say there's going to be a live-action Gundam. You need to provide us evidence here.
It's 100%. It is. It's Netflix. It's just one of those things where...
I don't want to hear this malarkey of excuses, okay? I need evidence. So if you don't got evidence...
So here's the thing. It was announced back in 2018. So...
Oh, yeah. Because that's for sure it's going to get made now. It's only been 5 years almost.
That's why I don't bring it up until we get more substance.
It's not going to get made.
It will get made. I'm kidding.
I want to see something like that. That'd be cool.
You did mention Gundam, and I think... There we go.
Yeah, Omar says
the
movie
exclusive
or video
edition,
game,
the Tamashii Nations exclusive Gundam. There's something for you. That was
me and you should make a Gundam together and just frustrate it together. We should just at least assemble one. I'll get one out of my garage.
Like the same one?
Yeah, we'll help. We'll put together.
You should recap with Jess first, because me and her have tried to build IKEA furniture, and then I stopped talking.
Tools were thrown across the room.
I got it. Just get it back up.
Do you know what lining up the holes mean?
I don't know, man. Gundam seems like a friendship ender. We can do 2 separate ones in the same room.
No, because then it'll be a race. Then I'll be like, looking at you, and be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go faster than you.
I'll go slow and steady. You can win at that. I don't care.
No, I think we should do it together.
I'll watch you.
One leg at a time.
Yeah, okay.
Well, we'll see. But, we'll get Justin to record the whole thing.
Oh gosh.
Oh man, that would so suck if we are terrible at it.
Oh, we would be terrible. I fully admit that. You know when you're trying to exactly line up the pieces like you said, and then the piece snaps.
No, I've had many disastrous moments of that.
The most crucial part breaks.
And it just goes snap, and you're like, oh.
Well, I guess
my whole robot.
I guess the torso is not connecting to the legs now. I'm done with this.
Glue it is. Reach out for the glue.
What else do we got from the Bandai? Oh yeah, you were talking about getting him.
Oh man, like how many Gokus can I get? As many as they can give me. I love the effects.
His hair is nice. His hair and effects are nice.
This is SS2. This was an iconic moment, was it not? When he tells Gohan that you can do it too.
He doesn't do it first. Gohan does it first, and then in the
or something like that. There was
in the Buu saga, he fights Vegeta in this form, Majin Vegeta.
Okay.
When they finally get into their like battle, when Vegeta goes bad again, he pulls this off. Hence the halo. I do like this look a lot. I like the electricity effects.
It's so good. I went and bought. If anyone is looking for this blue electricity effects, and you don't want to buy a Dragon Ball figure, you can actually go no sponsorship and no partnership with this person, but Can of Beams, a beam as in laser beams. You can go to his Instagram and he's got these for sale, and I bought a bunch of them. I'll whenever I get around to it, I always say this, but I bought a bunch of it. These effects come in different colors from him. He has blue, I think he has red, yellow. I can't remember the other, maybe green, but
he has tons.
Yeah, and then you can actually put them on any figure. You can put it on Flash if you want the yellow lightning effects. But yeah, he sells them there for a reasonable price because this effect looks awesome. I
can't imagine getting in trouble for showing this, so I might as well just show what you're talking about.
Yeah, go ahead. No, well, who would we get in trouble?
Could you imagine? With? It's like they flag us for
hey, how dare you promote our business?
So here's what Elvin was talking about. He just this different side Kirby Crackle ones.
Yeah, I got every single one of these. Yeah.
These are some nice looking Havoc ones before they release the official ones with the figure. If you don't want to buy a whole figure.
Yeah. Go to shop. I think shop would be the best. If you go to his website and go to shop at the top there. Yeah.
Random color mix.
So the top one, the most recent effects that he had, I didn't get these. I just didn't.
You don't have no use for them, right?
Because if I have the scroll down to the lightning effects, if you don't mind. Keep going down.
I like those eye ones. Sorry.
Yeah, those are cool. So yes, I have these. I'm like, why would I need those ones, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like they come in so many different colors.
The anime punching.
Yeah, these are pretty cool too.
The Jubilee one. I feel like if you have a Jubilee, you need these.
Yeah, I got those ones too.
The ones that come with her just looks like a glob of just purple.
Yeah. So I bought these the Doctor Strange effects. I bought those. I bought the clear ones that Scarlet Witch would use. I've got all of these effects. Even the bases here. He sells these clear bases. They're a hit or miss. So the pegs are different sizes that you can take in and out of the holes that they have. So you can see the expansion set there. So they have large, small, medium, and you can use that. Yeah, I mean, the blood effects is what I've always wanted, and it was sold out. I never got these. I'm hoping that he makes these blood effects again because I will buy a bunch of them. They're great for photography, right? So
they'll be back.
Yeah, they'll circle back. I did message him and ask him. He's like, yeah, he is planning on bringing them back. So, but yeah, those are pretty cool. I don't know when those Dragon Balls go on sale, so I'll be interested to find out if anybody knows when these Tamashii Nation exclusives go on. Oh,
I think it's tomorrow.
Do you have a Buu?
No, I don't need a Buu. I have Super Buu. I only care about Super Buu. Super serious. Oh yeah.
Wow, really. I gotta hate on Buu.
I like Super Buu. That's my favorite. This guy has
a chocolate you can put in his hand. What do you hate on him? What did he do to you? Just unbelievable.
Don't get me started. He fell asleep at the most important part of Super. No, don't get me started.
Okay, so I'm mad about this.
Why? Because you got him already?
I have both of these.
Yeah. Is this a better version? Did they
Shenron is Shenron. I don't know. Like, how much better can you get? It's a dragon. It's not gonna.
Yeah.
But I'm with the Android 16. Is it Android 16?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, so what did I do that for? Sorry. So Android 16. What's the difference? I don't understand. So why is this an event exclusive than the one that I bought last year, which I had to fight to get to as well? It was a P Bandai exclusive, apparently. I don't know what the difference is. I have to find out. But is it because he's got an extra set of head or a hand? I don't know. Did the paint change? I hate when they say this because now I have to go and figure out what is the difference here.
It was like your Super Saiyan Rose where we were trying to deduce what was different on it before buying it. I was like, well, His hair is slightly different, and he has a slightly tinted purple. Like, just the minor details.
And because people went and bought this thinking that, they finally got the hands. Because before this, the one that came out last year, the older one was going for pretty penny. It was pretty expensive to get that one, right? So people got that, and now they have this event exclusive. People are like, what the hell? Like, why not create a character you haven't made yet? Which would be? Which one would you prefer? A character?
There's so many opportunities. I'd want.
I want a Bulma.
I don't care about Bulma.
Oh, come on! Wow.
Do some more like movie figures. Do Janemba maybe. Do Meta Cooler.
Yeah, that's a good one. That'd be pretty cool.
Some more Friezas. I don't know. Videl. There you go. Videl.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
A Goten and Trunks 2-pack. Does that exist yet? Am I wrong?
He said slight paint difference. See?
Yeah.
Come on. Like, stop this nonsense. Slight paint. What? It's an army green instead of a regular green? Forest green? Like, drives me nuts. I'm still going to get it.
Yeah, of course. But no, just kidding. I don't need it. I don't care about Andres.
I'm going to try to get it. I probably won't get it, but yeah, we'll see.
It's okay. No judgment.
What else we got?
So, did I blow right by her? Okay, well, we were talking about this earlier. And
yeah,
you're going to pick this up to go with your He-Man that you pre-ordered.
Who's this?
The cat, the flying cat that hangs on with the oolong. Make those a 2-pack as well.
You don't want to see Master Roshi in a jumpsuit, the tracksuit.
I hate Roshi so much.
Why?
I don't know. He just always bothered me. I mean, get this guy out of here, man.
You hate everybody on there. Jeez.
Just give me a Gohan.
You're getting Trunks. One. They're making one.
Yeah, I pre-ordered it. Trunks.
Yeah. So you're getting a Go. I'm talking about they haven't announced yet.
I don't need Roshi. I don't know. It's a love-hate relationship.
This guy trained Goku, man.
Yeah, they have a figure of him.
Yeah, it's ugly. Get an updated one. I have it too. All right, let's get into this beautiful Mondo She-Ra.
I have no idea when this release date's out. You have
tomorrow.
I think
48 hours.
No, I mean I don't know when. It's like 2023 sometime. I have no idea.
I don't care. I just want my name in the ring in the hat that I have this locked.
When's your He-Man expected?
No idea. Don't care. I bought it, and I'm in there.
She does look nice.
What you talking about? Funko version is $15K.
It was when Vegeta was on that stupid bug planet. He looked orange, and his armor looked different, and his hair was like red. It was just it wasn't miscolored. He was just colored differently. So the Funko they made of him goes for $15K. I have no idea why.
I'm sorry. Hold on a second. Time out. $15,000 for a Funko Pop?
Oh, you have no idea, man.
Y'all crazy up in here, man. I'm telling you. That is ridiculous. I won't even pay $15 for a Funko Pop. That's just me, though. But you do you. If anyone is listening, wondering how we just segued from She-Ra to Funko, is I to one of our chats here mentioned Funko version of Vegeta, some weird planet and some weird outfit is $15K. That's nuts, dude. That's crazy. $15K.
Yeah. Funko collectors are hardcore.
No doubt, right? That's crazy.
Oof.
But y'all out of your mind, $15K for a Funko Pop. Seriously.
If you got the means, look how huge this thing is.
I just love this because it's 80s right here. No 90s or sorry, no modern day twist or anything. This had no Kevin Smith meddling in it.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, I gotta say it. I'm gonna say it. Right, this is a strong, powerful female, awesome character that everybody loves. This wasn't, roided out female figure character that we got from the Kevin Smith Masters of the Universe. This is awesome, and I cannot wait to buy this figure. It has my money ready to go. I absolutely love She-Ra.
I never watched this show. Is this sort of power?
Wait, what?
I didn't watch She-Ra.
You watched He-Man, did you not?
No, barely. Like my mom probably put it on, and then like,
man, I gotta help you out, bro.
I can't watch it now. It's past its prime.
Oh my god!
Big, what is this?
Watch it for comedy relief. That's what I watch it for. It's hilarious. Go on YouTube and watch an episode. I guarantee you.
I did. I tried to find like backstory. Like, okay, so why did Tila's?
No, there's no explanation.
There isn't, and I was like, I tried to find it. It's like,
it's straight comedy. It's straight
and then
comedy.
she left her in the nest, and then turned into a bird and flew away. I was like, the hell just happened? Like, what? You just left your daughter?
Okay, when we're 7 or 8 years old, we don't know any of that stuff. We don't tie that stuff together, right?
So my mind probably was just like,
but like weird. When you watch it now, it's straight gold. Comedy,
I have so many questions.
Oh, I just laugh so hard. Some of the stuff they do, and the animation is so funny. It's good times, man. It's good times. Yeah, so I love this because the biggest thing, like, you know how today kids see the Thanos Infinity War and they're like, oh my god, different universes, all that stuff, right? That was like when She-Ra and He-Man crossed planes and worked together as one, like as a team. That was a big moment for He-Man fans because those two universes coming together. And then the kicker was that they're related. And you're like, holy you know what? Like, this is insane. So it was a massive WTF moment for us.
Yeah.
I remember that moment. I was like, wow, this is so cool.
Yeah, and then I looked into that and I was like, oh, so why did they forget? It's like, well, she was kidnapped, and then the realm was so upset that the witch made everyone forget. I'm like, that was your solution to just make everyone forget she existed? You all just done her dirty. And then she's off with Hordak and that other whatever.
You're getting all stressed out.
It's nonsensical.
We haven't even started talking about the Thor movie yet.
Yeah. You want to see me more stressed out?
What?
Or is this nonsense?
So I'm getting this. You're not obviously getting this at all, right?
No, it's too costly.
What's the price on this? It doesn't matter what the price is on this. I'm getting it.
This made me angry.
I'm not getting this. This is you. This is all you.
That's not all me. That doesn't even make sense. You
can have this, bro.
What is this? What is this? Playmates.
It's upside down something.
Playmates is insane. They are holding on to that Turtles line for dear life. Because you got
they changed the mold though.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Like
the feet are bigger.
If they release the 4 turtles, sure. But with Stranger Things, like there you are just sucking the teats out of every popular source of media. Cobra Kai was the last one. Street Fighter. Like, what are they doing now? This doesn't even make sense.
This is marketing at its best.
They're taking
a hot item and putting it with a hot garbage item.
He has a waffle ninja star. Waffle ninja star.
Now you just have a recycled garbage. Right?
They need to cut it out. And then this is
Omar goes, just stop playing.
Yeah, they need to quit playing around. Playmates needs to quit playing around.
Oh, Omar, it seems like you want me to give this to you as a giveaway. Yeah, he's probably like, yeah, just start my campsite. Oh yeah, the glow in the dark Super 7.
I'm not into that.
So this is interesting. This is actually more than the regular version. Because from what I heard, and I can't remember which YouTuber interviewed them, they said the reason why this is more expensive is because the glow technology that they use has gone up in price. Okay, but you already have this figure built. You have the mold. You could still keep it at the same price. It's not like you made an all new mold for this.
No, they have to recoup their losses though.
Yeah, I guess maybe you make a good point there, but still.
I'm like, would anyone want this? I'm sure there's a market.
I was tempted to get Raphael.
Yeah.
I haven't decided yet. I still have a few days to decide if I want this or not, but I don't know. It's expensive, man. It ain't cheap.
It is, and I like the look of the way they look normally. this glow effect just removes all of the details.
Yeah,
like they're still detailed, but I like the fine paints and stuff.
I don't know if like I said, if I'm gonna get this, it's gonna be one only. I'm not buying the 4. There's no way I'm investing over $300 for this thing. Like that's how much taxes and shipping's gonna cost me.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I could buy brand new figures that I don't have in my collection for that money, right? So, worst case scenario, I'm gonna buy. Well, I should say best case scenario, I'll buy the Raphael. So, other than that, it's a pass for me.
And then randomly, I was scrolling through.
Yeah, $260 for the set.
Yeah, no thanks.
And Canadian rubles. In Canadian rubles, that's $300 plus for me. Yeah. Omar says, don't do it, Alvin. You are absolutely right, Omar. I probably will not do it. Just like Funko, I'm staying away from both.
What these else we things, got? I haven't touched these yet, but they're interesting. Those plunderlings. They did a Arctic draft.
I don't understand the craze of this. Like I understand, like it's a small company that made this cool looking franchise out of nowhere. I have zero. I don't know what it is. I have zero interest in these guys. I understand.
Yeah,
I understand people loving them because they're cute. They got some.
They remind me of Gremlins. People are all about those like
they're like the baby Gremlins, right? Yeah. But I have zero interest in these guys.
They're popular.
Oh, I know they're popular. I've seen a lot of people jumping on that, especially the exclusive ones from their site. I remember when they were on. It was a
Kickstarter.
Indiegogo, right? I think.
Indiegogo. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think it was from there they kickstarted that, and that's where it all began. And it blew up, and good for them. They took something out of nowhere and made it into a nice, business for them. I have respect for that.
Yeah.
So good for them. And this clear one, I guess it's some sort of exclusive.
Just like an Arctic one. They do different colors and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. They got some different sizes. I do appreciate that. They had some big ones. Like
they said they're like
those are pretty cool. Yeah.
The brutes.
Yeah.
What else is there? Hasbro doing its Fortnite thing. I don't know what this is, but I want it. Just a raptor with a chicken. They're cool. They can what?
I think he's talking about the
oh yeah.
What do you call it? They're one on scale.
They can fit with anything, really.
Yeah. So I told you my son is a big Entertainment and SD exclusive. Okay, so yeah, there you go. They're exclusive. The clear one. So my son's a huge Fortnite fan, my youngest one. And I showed him this, and he's like, "This is not in Fortnite."
They're just making things up.
I'm like, "What are you talking about? This isn't Fortnite." He's like, "No, it's not." And then I think he went back in the game or something and looked it up. And he's like, "Oh yeah." He goes, "No, nobody cares." He goes, "We don't care about this." Like,
is it like a Jurassic Park tie-in or something?
No, there's nothing to do. It's their characters in there.
Yeah, I just know they do like
cares about these guys.
Like the side things. I know they have a shark as well.
Yeah, I have the shark. Yeah, the shark is pretty cool. I just bought it because it has a
some of these things.
You open it up, you can actually put everything inside it, right?
And then, last but not least, you mentioned this. I believe it was revealed a while ago. Bear with me.
I do like the chicken.
I'd buy it for the chicken.
Yeah, I'll buy it for the chicken.
Some more Mondo.
Oh man, nostalgia. Why can this not be 1/12 scale? Why you gotta do this to me, Mondo? Man,
I'm okay without it.
If this was 1/12 scale, take my money. Take my money.
The ones littering.
I can't do it this size. I just can't.
No.
It's so cool. Like,
don't get me wrong. They'd be a detail like
yeah.
Center.
I have a Hot Toys collection, right? And just the small collection that I have of like I think 12 or 14, something like that, they already take up so much space.
Yeah.
And I just can't. I love Hot Toys. I love the details that they do. Mondo's great. I can't, man. So much real estate gets taken up. It's insane. Okay.
You're forgiven.
Thanks. I can always drop it at Uncle D's house.
No room for that. Now, we were also talking about, aside from toys, they dropped some trailers.
Oh, are we segueing to the next topic?
Yeah, I was wondering, like, oh, well, because I saw the RoboCop figure like 2 weeks ago. I think it was our 2-week mark.
All right.
And then they dropped the trailer for the video game.
Oh,
so
man.
Like,
I had 80s vibe right away when I saw that trailer.
Now,
they did a good job with that trailer, which kind of worries me.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, they're showing you
nothing about the game.
Like all the RoboCop parts were like targeting, and it was just the crosshairs. I need to see him in action.
Okay, so I didn't think of this until you brought it up. What if this is a VR game? Are you going to be disappointed? I'm going to be very disappointed.
I'd be disappointed. I don't think they would do that.
You just showed a target thing.
Yeah, but he's like, that's what his visor shows. I think it would be a slap
I don't know,
in the
man.
face.
I'd be very, very careful here because this could be because they didn't show any gameplay, which like see, these are all adding up to being a VR game, right? Think about it. No gameplay. You see a target screen. I'm a little worried.
I'm not worried yet. I'm not worried yet. There's too much. Like,
everything else looks great, though.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. Everything looks great.
But again, I don't know what's actual gameplay footage and what's like in-game cutscenes and
very 80s Detroit, right? So yeah, we'll see. I mean, the ending was cool when he comes out without the mask. Man, it's like so good.
The thing with these cinematic trailers is you can't really dissect it. Like you have Detroit, you have RoboCop, you saw gunfire, you saw chaos. It was just a trailer of what you're used to for RoboCop. So I feel like got the environment down, they've got the atmosphere down. From this alone.
It's almost like they borrowed everything from Rocksteady for Gotham.
Oh yeah,
they got that look
from that Arkham City look.
Looks, yeah.
But so far so good, I think. That's based on absolutely nothing. Like I don't know.
This makes me want to go out and get it figured out.
Right? I was looking at the one last. I was looking at the one before.
Which company?
It was it was I think what was it 25th year anniversary. I don't know what year it was. Was it the Mayfex one?
Because Mayfex did make one, I think, and NECA made one too, right?
I don't want the NECA one.
Yeah,
I feel like that would just snap to pieces.
Well, you have to give it a warm bath.
I'm not doing that. I'm just looking. I'm admiring all the details here. And then they dropped another bomb. Everyone was anticipating it. They were worried it get delayed, but they revealed this is coming out.
Yeah,
in November. So I'm happy now. I was honestly worried. I thought it was delayed. I thought they're going to delay it 1 or 2 years.
This is God of War. This is what Thor was supposed to be like. And we'll get into that later. Yeah, this is so cool. I can't wait.
I'm excited for it. You beat the first one?
No, I've not. I'm still playing through it. I finished one part, and then I take a week or 2 off.
It's a long game, but I feel like it finishes too soon still. Like
which is weird.
Yeah. Well, I loved playing it. And then when it finally ended,
you're like, aw.
I was satisfied, but I was like, aw.
I was satisfied when the axe retreats back to your hand.
Oh, when I first did that,
I was like, this is so cool.
Yeah. All the tricks you can do and the skills you learn where you could keep it hovering in the air, call it back, and kill like a row of villains.
That's so cool. But it's cool because now the son is grown up and not annoying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's able to somewhat hold his own. I'm wondering how this works. Like, is it going to be a 2-player co-op?
I think they'll just keep it the same as before. Like he's his own AI.
And then every once in a while you take ownership of it, right?
Yeah. Like you can hit the directional pad to make him do something if necessary, but otherwise he'll fire his weakest shots. I'm just excited to get into that throwdown with Thor and whatever other gods may appear in this. I hope they do more than just Thor.
Now, I appreciate that they're not him having, the son grow up, like they showed the age happening here. But I'm worried that is the next generation of the next game, is it going to be him taking over, the son taking over? I hope not, because Kratos is Kratos, man. I don't want to play his son. I want to play Kratos.
It's a hard thing to do. I remember Devil May Cry did that with Devil May Cry 4.
Yeah.
And people lost their minds. Like, they were just like, where's Dante? Like, for good reason. For good reason.
Junior, they want to play with Dante.
Right? And then midway the game switches to Dante, and then I was like, oh, okay, this is fine. Like, that's better. Why didn't you guys just say that? But I don't think they will get rid of Kratos. If they do, maybe I trust the script and the writing. Like, they've done well with this series, so I trust whatever they plan to do with it.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun to play this game. I can't wait. It'll be awesome. And look at the size of the enemy, the wolf, right? I hope that's an enemy.
It better be.
That is insane.
It's probably Fenrir.
Oh yeah. Look at you, deep down in the Asgardian floor.
That'd be a good battle.
Yeah. I mean, this is cool.
Just New Game Plus. There are like quests you can do throughout the game. I didn't finish them all, and I didn't level up all of my armor. So if you really wanted to, you can. You can also go kill all the Valkyries. Those were pretty tough. If you didn't,
one was left, and we saw it in the movie.
Good enough.
One escaped.
Good enough. These Valkyries put her to shame battle wise. Like, why weren't you like that? Why weren't you like that in the movie? Your problems would have been over and done with immediately.
I know, right? Yeah. Did they lick the sword like she does in the trailer?
They do weird stuff. I can't remember. I was just trying not to die.
Probably not as weird as that, because all kinds of disease from doing that. But
she's an Asgardian. It's fine.
Yeah.
Speaking of Asgardians, I want to hear you talk about Thor, because we're already at the 53-minute mark, and I know when we get into movies, and
is that it for the second slot here? Like, our gaming
there's not much
lasted like 5 minutes.
I anticipate a long discussion about Thor.
Okay, well, let me just kind of promote our other channel then, since we're at the gaming area here.
Yeah.
So we have our AGR channel, Astonishing Game Reviews, and we've been starting to add content on there. We just dropped a video. We went to visit our the local Vancouver retro gaming place event, and we did a full video on that channel. You can go check that out. And we'll be dropping more content on that on a regular basis. You can actually win an Xbox Series X. Yes, an Xbox. We're going to give that to one lucky winner once we hit 1,000 subscribers on that channel. So if you haven't subscribed and you're listening to us or watching us, go over to our channel. It's linked in our this channel, right? I think you can find it in the...
Yeah, you just click the sidebar and it'll be on AGR.
Yeah, just go there, subscribe, and once we hit 1,000, we're going to pluck somebody out of that list and send them an Xbox. I mean, it doesn't get any easier than that, like I said. Just go and subscribe and you win something cool. So, yeah, and look forward to awesome things. We got some cool things we're planning right now on putting on that channel, including a 30 years of gaming. We're going to be doing small mini documentaries on the last 30 years of gaming. So go check it out, and it'll be fun.
Question for you. I don't know.
Sorry, go ahead.
It was pretty short, but there wasn't much to talk about because we don't have any gameplay footage again. Are you a collector's edition type of person or no?
So it went on sale.
Yeah.
And I think it sold out already.
Would you have gotten it or no?
I tried looking for it the day it was on sale. I couldn't find it again.
I'm not a big collector's edition guy anymore.
Well, I wanted to get the Rocksteady one for what's it called? The Batman, the Gotham Knights.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you actually wanted that one?
I wanted to get it because it came with like a nice statue of all four of them.
Yeah.
And it was sold out, like everywhere sold out. Walmart, GameStop, Amazon, all sold out. So I'm okay, whatever. I'm like, This one was pretty cool because I did see them reveal this box set.
Yeah.
So they have two box sets, right? They have their own Mjolnir in there.
Yeah, that looked cool. I mean, it's not the one everyone's used to.
Yeah.
The MCU's basically ruined Mjolnir for everyone.
Yeah.
It doesn't look anything like that.
Well, they're two different versions, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the MCU version of it.
Yeah, the actual one in like Norse mythology looks like it does look like that. It looks cool still. I like it. I like that. I might like that one more.
Yeah. If it's still available, maybe I'll pick it up.
They're just always so expensive. I don't even know how much was it going for. Do you remember?
I think it was like $150.
That's not too bad. I didn't even get the Spider-Man one.
I got the Spider-Man PS4.
Yeah, with the statue.
No, the actual PS4.
Oh, the exclusive PlayStation.
Yeah. Apparently, that's like $900 now.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what? I was like, let me sell this. And my son's like, no. What are you doing? I'm like, fine. I'm like, but this will fund our PS5.
Yeah, just put it that way and he'll like it.
Okay. Let's get into this. The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah, I don't know what your problem is, man.
What, my problem? What? Wow, I thought we were in this together.
Just fair warning. This is a spoiler talk.
Huge spoiler talk here, guys. So that's why we put just the end of our talks. That way you guys can enjoy at least a good portion of our weekly here before we get into spoiler territory. So we don't mind if all of you say, see you later, and we don't want to deal with you right now if you haven't seen it. But do come back and watch the rest of it. I promise you I'll do my best and be in my best behavior. Nah, not just kidding. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell it like it is. And Dee's already rolling his eyes.
You do. You can't please everyone.
Oh, now you got to leave me in the dark now. Okay.
No,
right.
no,
okay.
maybe not. Maybe
not.
Okay.
All right. So I don't want to go through the entire movie. I just want to talk about some of the points here. Okay. I want to talk about some of the characters.
Well, we can do cast first. Like, what do you think of the cast?
Yeah, let's talk about the cast. Let's go in from let's talk about the big boys at the end.
Uh-huh.
Let's talk about some of the supporting cast that we had. So we have Valkyrie, Korg, Jane Foster. Who else we have?
A bunch of children who got on my nerves.
Yeah, nobody cares. Yeah. Supporting cast. So those are your three, right? I think your big three.
The rest were just, they showed up for 2 minutes and then they pieced out. Like they had Chris.
Yeah, like Lady Sith showed up for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, and I was surprised to see her again. I don't know, Nebula, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, that's how bad this movie was that I totally forgot about the Guardians.
You don't remember that scene?
No, because Taika. Okay, so I want to talk about Taika first here because he really chaps me right now. Taika is. I loved Ragnarok. I mean, I wasn't nuts about it, but it was a breath of fresh air, right? I've always been consistent on saying that it was something unique and different, colorful, and Taika brought it to the table. It rejuvenized everyone's version of thinking of Thor. It added a little bit of punch to Thor, literally, and that was great for its time because it was needed. Because we came off Dark, Dark World, which was a flop, and we got this. So the Ragnarok was just a huge change from it, and people appreciated that. Was it a great movie? No, it wasn't a perfect movie. There were some issues with it, but for its time, it was great. And Taika was responsible for that. So you have to give credit where it's due. And I love Taika as a human being because off camera, wherever he is, he's a bubbly, colorful person, has a lot of love to give to everybody, and that's great. We need a lot of people like that. So it has nothing to do with personal who he is, but I just think that he needs to walk away from doing Thor movies forever. I think he needs to go away and never touch Thor ever again because he's a one-trick pony when it comes to doing these movies now. You're seeing this is Ragnarok regurgitated, and not in a good way. This is a horrible Ragnarok versus the first one. I honestly think this movie was one of the worst movies I have seen in the last 5 years. And I'm not talking about just in Marvel world. I'm talking about overall all the movies I've seen in the last 5 years. It is absolute hot garbage, this movie. It was there are so many plot holes and things going on. And I hate what's happening now is where you have to constantly accept things that happen and things that don't happen. You're like, "Oh, why did that happen?" Okay, never mind, forget about it because I have to worry about this now. I should just accept that. Why? It's lazy writing again. Now there's also been talk about this. It just came out that a lot of the visual FX people are complaining now about Marvel and Disney, how they treat them and how they're under duress and a huge unreasonable time constraint where they're expected to get their job done in an unreasonable manner. And so there's a big uproar now, and a lot of people are fighting from FX, complaining, and might walk out or strike with them. So, and you can see that in the visual effects have been garbage too. It's been degraded compared to what we're used to. And I don't know. I just think Taika just really thought that he could continue doing what he did in Ragnarok and get away with it. And he didn't. He just a giant flop for me. Story doesn't make sense. He took elements from comics. Like, this is the crazy part about this. And I apologize for me ranting here. I promise I'll be done in 1 minute, and you can tell me to shut up after. But you have all the comic book movies should never be a problem to make. The material is there for you. You have a bunch of material to work with. So he decided to take a material that was made by Jason Aaron's. So Jason Aaron is the guy who created Jane Foster's Thor and also Gore the God Butcher, correct? Are you familiar with Jason Aaron's?
Yes, and I'm familiar with the storylines. They merged two storylines basically as well.
Thank you. That's where I was going to go with this here. Okay, so they always do this, Marvel. They change storylines. We get it, and there's sometimes it works for the better because MCU movies have to changes to surprise us, right? And we appreciate that. So long as it doesn't change the fundamentals and change the entire structure, where now you're going to have a problem to deal with afterwards. This movie creates all kinds of problems, including the very ending, which was the biggest problem. And let's get into how this movie started. With the biggest problem is, why is Thor still searching for his life, what it means? How old is this dude, man? 1,000 years?
Couple thousand, give or take.
He's sad. He's dopey. He's depressed. Why?
He's having a midlife crisis, man.
He's had it since they started Thor.
Yeah, but here's the thing: people forget. Every time he thinks he succeeded, someone dies in his family, and then the last time he succeeded, his entire population just got obliterated. So, like, I'm forgiving that. Like, he doesn't know what to do with himself. He's not a good king. Like, he established that. The last time he was king, he blew up Asgard, and then Thanos showed up and killed his entire race. So
he chopped Thanos' head off.
He did after the fact, but the entire population was on that ship, like the refugee ship, and Thanos came and destroyed it. So, I mean, he got his revenge.
But I thought at the end of Endgame, he had his peace because he gave Valkyrie ownership of Asgard, and he was at peace. He wanted to go travel the universe.
I don't know if that's peace. I think that he was just anxious and just longing for something that he couldn't find on Earth. So he went off into space to find it, and then he still didn't find it.
So is he going to be depressed for the rest of his life then?
I don't know. The ending of this makes it seem otherwise. The ending I'm not very happy with, but he has a purpose now.
Ah, man, I don't know, man. I'm just sick and tired of seeing droopy Thor. I'm just tired of.
At the end, he seemed chipper. He seemed like.
I don't even want to talk about the end right now. Okay, so let's talk about Jane Foster. We will get into the main topic. I kind of went over the place here because I'm so frustrated. So Jane Foster's character, Mighty Thor, with Jason Aaron, who created that character, named her Mighty Thor. In the comics, there she is in the comics. Nice picture there. I got no issues with this character taking up the mantle of another warrior from Asgard. I have an issue with, and everybody has an issue with, and the writer Jason tried to explain this, and I don't think he did a good job. He's like, I named her Thor because I just thought she deserved a mighty name or something like that.
Then give her one, but you don't take someone else's. That doesn't make sense.
Thor is not a title.
Yeah.
It's a name. Just like Odin, just like Valkyrie, or the Valkyries. I guess that's not a name, that's a group, but they're titles. Like Loki is a name, right? Even though they took that away from him in Loki series and gave Sylvie Loki name. I don't know how that works, but these are names. They're not titles. Kings, queens, and we'll get to title in a second because that's the next problem I have with this. I don't understand. I never like calling her Mighty Thor. I call her Jane Foster.
It's weird because other people have had Asgardian enchantments. Like you have Thunderstrike, you have Beta Ray Bill.
Thank you.
You have other people, who've wielded like a hammer.
So, I'm not upset or not happy with this character. I like this character. I think it's cool to have another Asgardian warrior because there's so many of them in the universe. You got a frog that takes up.
Oh yeah, he's cool. Throg.
Yeah, Throg. Even then, see, he's not called Frog Thor. He's called Throg, right? So why could you not come up with the name? Call her, Mighty Foster. I don't know. I don't care. I don't like that because you're just degrading, and it's happening now all the time now, where female characters are coming into male character storylines and chopping their knees from them, taking over or sliding themselves into it. I don't know why Disney and Marvel are so afraid to give female characters their own movies, their own TV shows. How cool would it have been, because she has a very good story in the comics. She's fighting cancer. And cancer is no funny business. It's a serious deal, right? And cancer is such an emotional thing for a lot of people in real life. A lot of people have been affected in some way, some form with cancer. Everybody hates cancer. And I think this was such a missed opportunity for them to really pull on the heartstrings of people. They gave snippets of her, and then they sprinkle in jokes in between. And I'm just like, what? This is how you treat, a cancer story? Can you imagine a survivor, a breast cancer woman surviving breast cancer and watching this and going, hi, thanks for making light of this whole thing. I went through hell and back to survive, and you're going to make a light of this?
It's hard because everyone handles it in their own way, but in both instances, in the comic and in the movie, I don't like when smart people act stupid to progress the story. So in the movie's case, so for anyone listening, she couldn't find a cure, obviously. She didn't want to rely on magic potions and stuff. But then she gets enchanted by Mjolnir. And instead of telling Thor, like, this is what happened, she hides her identity. Why? He's going to come asking questions.
You literally picked up his old hammer.
And then started calling yourself his name. The comic does it one further, and she starts talking in like fake Asgardian, like people, which pisses Odin off. Like he sends bounties after her. Like it just turns into a whole thing.
You're a ripoff. That's the problem I have with Disney, though. Like Disney and Marvel is, why do you need to rip off characters that already exist to showcase, equality? Why can't you bring a female character into the forefront? You've got so many of them.
They redeem themselves later, although she did steal someone's name again. But they fixed her character by not making her a Thor. She basically, she's on
okay. So let me ask you: what if they made this into a Disney Plus TV show, or her whole little story, and then continue that into the movie? Would that make more sense to you?
Yeah, her whole
6 episodes, 6 30-minute episodes of her finding out she got cancer, going and dealing with it, and maybe her, because she's so intelligent, trying to use science to figure it out. Eventually, she kind of looks and gives up and gets the books thrown in her face, and she goes and searches.
I don't think people would watch that, man.
You don't think so?
No, I think you're bordering on.
We watched worse. We watched worse already.
But Like, it's just watching someone have a bad day for like 6 episodes. Like, I don't
but
know.
not having a bad, but we watch. It's like, so when I watched the Guardians of the Galaxy the first movie, we had Quill's mom in the bed and going through cancer.
Yeah,
that was such a great gripping moment.
Could you make a mini series out of that? Like, where people the execs would be like, where's the action? Like,
well, Jane is still able to move around. She's not heavily.
But would she be powered up as a Thor, or would she just be Jane, human Jane, plain Jane?
Well, she'd be on a journey to figure out her, like.
I don't think that would sell at all.
You don't think so?
No, as a Disney Plus show, because then,
like I said, we watched worse.
Because they're trying to market it to kids too, and then kids like, hey, where's the like superhero stuff? Like, this is just a sick lady, and that sounds disrespectful, but that stuff's reserved for House or
I don't know. WandaVision was geared towards kids. There's nothing kiddie about that.
No, and then people complain that it dragged on, right? So would they accept this where she has no powers at all? WandaVision had superpowers in it.
Well, you can have the last 2 episodes get powers because they do that with every Disney Plus. The last 2 episodes, the only 2 episodes worth watching, right? What I'm trying to say is, like, this would have made a lot more sense to me. This character would have had a little bit of build, because in this movie they barely give her any build, right? They barely give her a build, and I don't care for this character. In fact, I don't like it. But in the comics, I don't mind this character. But, like, again, the name is the only issue that I have with this character. I do like the story. The other thing is, why did they flip the switch on what Mjolnir does for her as a cancer patient? In the comics, it helps her heal.
No, here's the thing. So the comics explain this very well. So she did her chemo, and every time she turned into Thor, her god power's like, why do you have radiation in your body? I'm getting this out of you. So it took all the like chemo out of her body. So when she turned back to human, it put her.
But if she stayed as Thor, she should have no issues.
She'd have no issues, but she has to keep the hammer. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but in the movies, even if she stays as Thor, she still can die, right?
It's because I don't know why they made her switch back. If she didn't switch back, like, there's moments where she transforms back into Natalie Portman, and I don't know if it's because she got hit too hard and she just powered down. And I don't know what her deal is, but yeah, she could have just stayed.
They needed her to switch back because they needed to prolong the story, right? So I got an issue. Again, it doesn't make sense because she stays as a warrior, she'll never die.
And I didn't really talk about that. Like, did she have inner conflict about staying? She looks the exact same.
Like, she has CGI.
No, well, yeah, but like, she doesn't turn into like the Thing or anything.
Exactly.
She's herself.
She has nicer hair, right?
The one downside is she like needs the hammer near her at all times,
which is fine.
So I don't know. I thought what she does with the hammer is pretty cool because the last time we saw it, Hela destroyed it.
But okay, how does she know how to wield a hammer so quickly?
That's what bothered me about the comics too. Like, all my gripes with
she has no training.
Yeah,
never been a fighter ever in her life. She's a goddamn professor. She's a scientist. No training whatsoever. And all of a sudden she can wield like nobody's business. And all of a sudden Mjolnir has special abilities. Like, it's crazy. Nobody explains that. So, okay, but we're supposed to just move along, forget that, and accept it.
The comics did it too. Any gripe I had with this, like, the comics did it too. So
Valkyrie, let's get into that.
She was Valkyrie. She was herself. Tessa Thompson played the same person. I liked her.
She plays the same character in every show. Westworld, same way. Yeah. She didn't even need to be in the end. She didn't even need to be there. Why is she called King Valkyrie? That's a title.
Yeah.
Why can't she be called Queen Valkyrie?
Is that even? Did they address it? No.
Oh, Queen of Asgard. There you go. What's wrong with that?
I think that is them trying to be progressive without dwelling on it. And they just try to make it seem natural, but when they do that, it seems unnatural.
Who are they to say that, we're gonna name her king because it's progressive?
They're Marvel. They can do whatever they want at this point.
Yeah, it doesn't. I guess they do whatever they want because they are doing whatever they want, and it's really not working out for them. I just think that's just a silly, ridiculous idea to call her king. She should be a queen. And last time I checked, they're equal in my books. Right? I just think it's more fitting.
Yeah.
But that's the least of my gripes with her.
It was weird to me that she's even got the title. Because she didn't.
You know what really annoys me about her being that she should be more grateful. She was a nobody. She was a drunk.
I was gonna say she was a drunk.
She was a drunk nobody, and she got, to be. People look up to her at Asgard.
Yeah,
and she acts like it's like something boring and like a chore to be in this position. Like, oh God, I have to do this all the time. Why do I do that? Like, she hates being in that position. Yeah. Well, why did you accept it then? Right? You could have said no.
So and she was off world for how many thousands of years? Like, I don't know. It's just that whole plot line was weird.
Yeah. So and then Korg, because Taika plays Korg, so he's got to be a front and center in there.
Yeah.
He's a comic relief. I just thought he was more annoying this time around than before. Last movie, I was okay with him being around, but this time I was just like, you don't really do much in this movie. You're a piece of rock, literally a piece of rock halfway through the movie.
So right? his deal is in the comics, he hung around with the Hulk, so he was kind of like one-dimensional. So I'm forgiving this. I don't like a lot of his jokes.
Yeah, I try. I do like the accent. I'm gonna give him that.
Yeah. Because I didn't expect that voice coming from him.
Yeah. I don't know. He was just kind of there, I guess. He was more there than he needed to be. And his jokes were timed really wrong a lot of times.
The difference between you and me, though, is I thought the comedy aspect of it is what drew me in. Like, I knew this was a comedy going in. Like, as soon as I saw him split kick two tanks and hold them apart, I was like, oh, this is the kind of movie we're in for. So I'm all for it. Whereas you like classic Thor, you like the old school serious.
Okay, so here's my thing. We have gone through the comedy hour with this already. Why do we need more comedy?
I think that's just the status quo now for Thor.
Thor has become a bumbling fool now.
Now, I was dwelling on that too. I was like, in retrospect,
he's a bumbling idiot. He's a bumbling idiot.
Reading some of these stories, the gods are just despicable, just gross idiots who have divine power. So it is fitting that he acts like that. I do realize, though, that people who like the Thor on the left,
Odin did not act like that.
He's an idiot, though. He's just the dumb.
Why is he an idiot?
He makes the worst choices. He's stubborn. He doesn't listen. He should have listened to Freya about just certain things.
But that's just being a god, though. Obnoxiously.
Yeah, he's obnoxious.
But he's not an idiot, though.
They're stupid in their own ways.
Like in first Thor, he was an idiot. He was a king, a powerful one, and put Thor in his place. Stripped him of his powers.
No, that was dumb. Because then he caused so much chaos on Earth as well.
Who caused chaos?
Odin, when he's like, I'm going to send my son to Earth. He could have died. That was just dummy move. Like, what?
No, it wasn't. He knew his son would succeed. He had faith in his son. It made more sense.
He was a good Odin. I'm upset that he's no longer in this franchise.
Yeah, because what's his name is getting on it. Yeah, so that makes sense.
That makes sense. I'm just like, it sucks.
I just look at Thor now, and I look at the Thor that we got in the beginning, and I'm like, whoa, these are way too different characters now. It's a different part of the spectrum now.
Yeah,
he's gone to the other side where he's a goofy, like I call him Miss Doubtfire now, right? He's the Asgardian.
Well, it's funny. Like all the scenes we saw, like
this armor, is the dumbest scene right there.
His armor, like the action figure we got.
What is that?
I love that. I love that reaction.
I hated that.
Everything we saw,
no Thor in their mind would do that.
I loved it.
I hated that so much.
And it's funny, like everyone was
strangle Taika's neck.
Everyone was like, "Oh, his armor's so cool. I wonder what god powers that armor has." It was just a joke because Jane had the same outfit.
That's another dumb thing. He just keeps changing armors for no reason.
Oh man, I love it.
Well, okay, you love it. I get it, but it doesn't make any sense though. It's not funny. It's boring. Like, I don't know. I don't find it funny at all.
He's mythical.
Like it's a what swinging contest, right? I guess.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Yeah, and then even the like horns grow bigger on his helmet because
and
they
can. Let's talk about Mjolnir and Stormbreaker. When does Stormbreaker move around like that by itself? That's just dumb.
I don't know why it got jealous.
Yeah, it doesn't have a mind of its own.
Like Mjolnir does.
Yes, I accept Mjolnir because he's magically put together by
she has sentience, but I don't know why Stormbreaker you saw him make.
Yeah,
but again,
and it doesn't have any magical particles in it in terms of being able to have sort of a conscience, right?
There's no reason for it to. He didn't imbue.
That's why everyone else can wield it if they have the strength to hold it.
Yeah.
Right. Mjolnir, of course, has the comics. He the hammer does have thinking ability,
and that was one of the reasons. So originally she's like, "Oh, you have a strong heart, so you're worthy." And then it turns out she was just thought gods were stupid. Like she's like, "I was bored. I made you unable to lift a hammer, and I made Jane able to lift a hammer because I was bored. You're all just annoying and egotistical."
But the spell says whoever is worthy.
Yeah.
Thor is still worthy.
Yeah, I like that. I like that in the movie. They acknowledge that, and he picks it up. So he made the choice to give it back to her. He's like, "Okay, I'm still good. Here you go." In the comics, it bothered me. I'm like, "Why can't you lift this? Like, this doesn't make sense." And they kept changing the reason. They changed it 3 times.
Gore the God Butcher. I love this comic book character. I'm mad that I don't have a figure of it yet.
A real figure.
Yeah.
Not the Christian Bale figure.
Yeah. I want the comic book rendition of this. I really want one from Marvel Legends. I love the way he looks in the comics. I love his personality, how he's relentlessly brutal in getting his revenge because his family died while he prayed to his god, and then his gods landed in front of him, bickering and fighting, not even answering his prayers. So we get the beginning of the movie, we get that story.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah. I was happy. I was so happy to see that story. Then it flips the switch. He goes to some oasis, and he just happens to have a god there, just tells him everything about the sword. Why would a god tell him everything about the sword and how to kill gods?
Yeah, that was weird. And that's how insignificant he thought
lesser I guess you could say that the god thought he was an idiot and he'll never pick up the sword.
Well, that's the thing. Like, he's like, "Oh, is you gross?" Like, he treated him like he was a bug.
Yeah, like a peasant, right? Yeah.
And he couldn't fathom the idea that someone would want to kill a god. He's like, "I'm a god. Everyone loves me. So whatever. I'm just going to mock this guy and tell him there's no afterlife." Okay, well, you got what was coming to you.
But that's the only time you're going to see him slay a god. I thought that was such a terrible decision to only show him slay one god and not show the brutality that he possesses in the comics. Right? You want the enemy, you want to hate the enemy, you want to feel that Thor and his band of misfits must kill this person. This is a threat. I never once felt Gore the God Butcher was a threat. I always thought in my mind, Thor is going to overpower this guy and smart this guy and win. I always thought because he has the power and to defeat this guy. The Necro Sword never showed his strength.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
And we know where the Necro Sword story comes from, the lineage, right?
Yeah.
And I guess maybe to copyright reasons or something, they couldn't do it because of the deal Sony has. Maybe they couldn't.
Doesn't even matter. They could have just.
But they could have showed the brutality.
Yeah, that's it.
They could show the brutality the sword can bring to one who wields it, and they never did. And that, to me, this was the greatest travesty in this movie. You didn't show the devastation this guy can cause, but instead, Taika was doing stupid jokes after jokes. And like, there's people out there, like even I think somebody Hemsworth even said it was a 7-year-old directing this movie. And it felt like a 7-year-old directing this movie. No purpose, no major emotional attachments. Like I said, Jane going through cancer was considered it's a little bit of a joke. We'll sprinkle in some candy from the vending machine there and make light of this whole situation. None of these serious parts felt serious. I didn't feel engaged. I didn't feel emotionally upset that she has cancer. I wasn't upset that Gore is going around killing innocent gods. And why the hell is he going to Asgard for? There's no gods there.
Those are still technically gods.
They're
I mean, they're
the
low
gods
level
are
gods.
The actual gods, right?
They like their people are considered gods. Like he's just killing everyone. He's just killing everything with godly blood.
And how did monsters come out of the ground? In the comics, did they have monsters come out of Gore?
They were, yeah, he could do that kind of stuff. Basically,
I didn't see it in the comics.
He could if you like.
The tentacles come out and
yeah, I don't know how to do it without spoiling it.
Okay, well, don't. Okay,
yeah.
But the decision to keep, like, by the way, Christian Bale killed it.
Yeah,
with what he was working with, I had zero issues with him. But how he looked, terrible. And Taika's argument was he didn't want to look like Voldemort from Harry Potter.
That's okay. Man, the two like tentacles on the back of his skull would say otherwise.
Yeah, that shows his ability to think in the comic book world how he looks. That's just lazy.
You could have, like, if it really came down to it, you could have left the nose. If that was the only thing.
Yeah. Instead of human ears, have the tentacles come down. Make subtle changes like that would have changed it. And instead of having this stupid toga outfit on, have a black outfit on. Why does he have to have the white outfit on?
Yeah.
The eyes were menacing, though. There was one scene, remember, in the dark where you just see his eyes?
I like those scenes.
That
where he just comes out of the shadows.
Yeah. Because you don't see the human face, you just see the eyes. That was the closest you got to see feeling that was Gore. And it was so good. Hemsworth. Man, I feel sorry for this dude.
He loves it. He's like, I'm gonna.
Yeah, he loves it because he gets a paycheck. What does he care? And I understand him loving it because I don't think he grew up as a Thor fan, but he is the only Thor. I don't see anybody else who can play Thor right now. I can't. He is Thor.
Right? Some of these jokes were ad-lib. Like, this Thor is not going anywhere. He loves this comedic Thor.
It's unfortunate because I want this Thor to just go away. I'm done with this. Like I'm just so mad right now. Like the direction they took Thor. I'm just so upset as a comic book reader and a huge Thor fan. He is one of my top 5 superheroes, and I look at this and I go, "This is a joke." And I have a right to be upset because I'm a fan. I'm one of those people that went and supported this. Marvel seems to think that comic book fans are not shouldn't be, taken care of. They shouldn't be, given awesomeness. They should only generalize it to everybody. Majority of the people that go watch this show are fans of comic book and comics. My wife didn't want to watch this show. She's like, I don't care about it. Whatever. She's like, it would have been nice to see Hemsworth. Yeah, we know why. Dude's like a freaking chiseled giant. But
he is a god. That's just
yes. Those deep blue eyes you can just look forever in. Yes. But no, I don't know, man. I'm just so mad. This whole movie, and then okay, Bifrost opens up with Stormbreaker. Nobody else, apparently Gore was the only one that knew about this.
Yeah, I don't know how he figured that out. Like, that's weird to me.
Apparently he killed gods and got the information. That's what we were told to believe.
Yeah, but who?
That's what I'm saying. Like, we're always asked to just imagine these things happening. Then what is the point of storytelling? Why make a movie then? Let's just imagine all of this.
They explained some things and then left you to make up your own headcanon for other things. And that's the kind of stuff
I hate that. And they do this way too often now. They just do it way too often. Where we're supposed to imagine all of this coming into place. Oh, don't worry about it. Just pretend it happened. and then you'll get it. This movie was short too, as well. It was very cut through. Apparently, it was 4 hours long when they first shot it.
They chopped it up.
And they chopped it to 2 hours. That's a lot of editing. And you could tell a lot of it was missing because that friendship between Valkyrie and Foster all of a sudden was so tight.
Yeah.
They didn't even know each other before.
They basically, like, she's just like, oh, yeah, she's been doing good work, implying she was there.
That she's been around for a while.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see first, it would have been cool, Valkyrie first finding out about her in Asgard.
Yeah.
That would have been cool. Like, who the hell are you? Well, I'm Thor. Or, no, you're not. My buddy Thor's in space. Right? It would have been cool to see that interaction for the first time. We didn't get to see any of that. Right? We just, all of a sudden, we just find out that they're best buds. Then, so the media also said that this was the gayest movie of all time.
Well, that's an exaggeration. That's a little like
I don't even know what to say to that because I don't even know. Like, okay,
that's a clickbaity title.
Yeah, this is the gayest movie of all time. I don't know. I don't know what to say to that. To me, this is a stupid. Yeah, like you said, clickbait. I don't care if it's gay, straight, left or right. It doesn't mean nothing to me. What I have an issue with is they try to make Valkyrie gay. They give hints that she's gay.
Well, I mean, like, how do I explain this? I'm not a 1,000-year-old god, but like, you're gonna dabble. Same with Loki. Loki did, like, it is what it is.
Yeah. And I got, like I said, no issues with that, whatever. Then they tried to make Korg gay.
Well, he comes from a race of only men, so that's understandable.
I thought that was funny, though. I had a good time laughing about that. That was the only time I thought it was funny.
It's weird, though, like, he himself was just how so you think Thor's different in the comics? Like, he's just completely different. Like, he is
but nobody cares about Korg in the comics.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's a walking joke. Let me turn this light on.
Yeah.
That's getting dark now. Wow, we've been talking a while. It was daytime when we started talking.
We gotta get you that ring light here to brighten up your day.
I was afraid the heat from the light would mix with the heat outside. Like, the other guy's name's Doug, was it? Like, he's just casually another rock monster named Doug.
Look at what Omar has to say here. Bale said they left so much on the cutting room floor, preferred to make it more family friendly. Why? I don't want family friendly. Stop giving me family friendly. That's what Disney Plus, like you said, is for. Make a Thor animation. I don't want my movie to be in the same level as what an 8-year-old wants. I want my Thor, I want my characters to be adults. Because they are goddamn adults. Right? I really didn't like the kids in this show. Not because I don't like kids. I didn't like them in there as bait. I hated the scene where he gives them all powers. And all of a sudden they're running with glowing eyes. Right.
Oh, that I hated. I hated that so much.
Such a stupid thing to do.
I hated
and how the hell is he able to wield Zeus's? Like, what is that? Is that
so? That's what I was talking about last episode.
Some guy made a prop of it. Like, it's so corny. It's so corny.
That's the thing. Anyone could wield it. They could steal it. It's just no one's stupid enough to get that close to Zeus to try and steal his thunderbolt. But Thor did. Now, I was curious how that would go down because we were arguing why Valkyrie had it.
Why does Zeus have a thunderbolt? He just shoots thunder. Why does it just?
Because that's like his signature.
It's so dumb that he has a thunderbolt in his hand.
In the lore. That's how, like, he had a weapon like shaped like a bolt. Like, it's a physical weapon. Like, that's what it is.
So okay. Then the other thing. Okay, they flick his clothes off Thor and make him naked.
Yes.
Why?
Eye candy.
Okay, well, why aren't we flicking off females then? Is this equality thing?
For sure.
Right? I need to see Jane Foster. I need to see Valkyrie.
We also have to find
out whose idea was. I need to see eye candy too, bro.
Because, like, Chris Hemsworth's all about that. Like, he is the butt of all the jokes.
I think yeah. No, I understand what you're saying. Yes,
but there's another thing too. He has a quota of being shirtless in every single one of his movies. Like, that's
shirtless is fine, but
yeah,
he is in his baby outfit.
Yeah, you got some cheeks this time. So I don't know. Maybe he got
other cheeks too.
Maybe he got another. Maybe he got another 2 mil for that.
How is that family friendly? How is that family friendly?
Everyone has a butt. That's fine.
No, but my 8-year-old son doesn't need to see a butt.
Well, no, he did. So I don't know what to tell
But that's not family friendly, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, how many? You think I'm upset? Imagine some of these people who are like very religious and are strict with their kids. Imagine them taking this family friendly movie that Disney's telling everybody.
And they shouldn't take.
They show this.
Thor.
Yeah, they blurred the area out, but that's besides.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, blurred the front.
Yeah. Yeah. Who cares about that?
No, I'm just. Who cares? I'm telling you, like they blurred the front, but they didn't blur the back, right? So. And then they made sure to see the tattoo, which, by the way, was cool.
I love that tattoo. That
was pretty cool. Rest in peace, right? So, but still, not a family-friendly decision there, right?
See that the butts are family-friendly now. the rating bar.
I guess so, right? But here's the thing, though. Like, okay, so I guess we're supposed to just let that slide.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have Gore the God Butcher as a villain, and you want to make this family friendly. You can't.
But here, like, define family friendly.
Pick a villain that is family friendly. Then
this is none of them are. All their goals are killing. Like, that's just how it is. But
thank you.
There's different levels.
That's my point. You made my point. You can't make it family friendly if you have a villain like that.
But
you can make it in the animation.
What's the difference, though? Because you can make, what's a good example?
The animation, they have strict guidelines on killing, right?
Yeah.
And you can only make it scary to a certain level. They have to go through, obviously, a filtration process. But if you want kid-friendly, then Disney has the ability to make animated TV shows for kids. And then they grow up, they love it, and they watch the live action. It's exactly what we did. I don't think we'd be watching Thor movies if we didn't grow up reading the comics or watching the animations, right? We're just a graduation process. We graduated into live action, and we want to see this now in our age level.
What is this even? What's this even rated? Was this like PG-13 or something?
I don't know. It's probably general. So available for 5-year-olds to come watch.
Yeah, it's PG-13.
Yeah, I just think Taika needs to walk away. I think he's going to Star Wars, so he'll go ruin Star Wars over there.
Well, here's a counter to your other thing. What was the Dark Knight rated?
I don't remember.
It's probably the same, PG-13. And we had Joker. All of his kills were cutaways, but you still knew he was menacing. He still had a body count. You still know he stabbed a pencil.
But we didn't have thousands of little kids running around.
No, but that's the thing. Like, they made that family. I'm not saying you're wrong. That's still a family-friendly movie. Like, you can bring your kid to Batman. You know Joker's going to be killing people left and right, but they cut it well enough that the kids don't see the blood and guts. Whereas Thor, they made it.
There was a point where they had him. You're talking about Heath Ledger, right?
Heath Ledger, yeah.
Sorry, Heath Ledger. There was a part where he made a pen disappear in someone's eye socket.
Yeah, but you could still take your kid to that, like, because you knew what happened.
I wasn't taking my kid to that.
No, but like a lot of people did. That's the thing.
But the Joker is a homicidal maniac.
Yeah, but they made it in a way.
I made a decision right there not to take my kid, based on the character.
But 2 million people otherwise did take their kids to see it, and the money shows. So that's the thing, though. When they say family friendly, they mean, can I bring my kid?
Going into this movie, they didn't say.
If you see PG-13 and you see Disney, you're gonna have to assume it's
no. But going into this movie, they didn't portray it a dark movie. They gave you the perception it's family friendly. That movie, the trailer, Batman, gave you the perception that it's not a family friendly movie.
I don't know.
If you put the two trailers together, you're gonna tell me that they both have the same perception.
Oh, they're different. They're different styles completely. But
one goes Jane, and the other goes I'm Batman.
But here's the thing. Like, what's your gripe here, though? Like, the family friendly thing, because
my gripe is you make this a family friendly movie when you shouldn't, because Thor and all these characters are not kids. They're not teenagers.
Going forward, these are going to be family friendly. I know,
which is garbage. You know what? They're only doing this because they want to cram more. It's all about money. It's all about money because they want parents to bring their kids into the movies and pay the extra ticket.
Oh, hell yeah. Why wouldn't they?
Right? So are you doing a disservice to the actual fans that want to see Thor and God Butcher fight it out in a brutality way? Like, I want to see that. Don't I deserve that?
How was their fight? Did you like their end fight?
No, it was stupid.
Their end fight was fine.
The other stupid part was how he lost his grip on Stormbreaker and Gore got it. But even though
that was weird, that was just stupid.
Thor is a god. How does he lose a grip to Gore the God Butcher? His only strength is a sword, and without that sword, he has nothing.
That's the thing, though. With that sword, he has all the gods.
Oh, and here's the crazy thing. Remember when they were all fighting and Stormbreaker said, I like how Natalie Portman just throws Stormbreaker out.
I love that. That was hilarious to me.
That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen in that movie.
It worked though, because he's like, call it back. He's like, no. He didn't know
why.
It worked though. It 100% worked.
Oh my god.
It's one of those things in the movies that bother me, those cliches.
But why couldn't she just give it to Thor?
Because the same reason he lost it in the first place, because he's an idiot. She knew damn well.
He's a bumbling idiot. But apparently Jane picks up Mjolnir in less than a year, and all of a sudden a better warrior, smarter warrior in every aspect. Right?
I love that scene so much.
I thought it was the dumbest thing ever. I don't understand how somebody with very little experience could be a better fighter than someone who has 1,000 years of experience and fought many massive battles.
Thor wasn't necessarily
this guy
losing.
Forged the Stormbreaker from a dying sun.
But what he wasn't losing. He wasn't losing.
Hold on. You remember that scene in Infinity where
I was watching it today.
That's the Thor that I came to watch in the theaters.
Yeah, he's a cool one.
I didn't get any of that. Did we get that awe moment where bring me Thanos and he slams Stormbreaker down? That's a kid-friendly moment, but you made it cool. Taika didn't make any of this cool at all.
When he bolted Zeus through the chest, like, oh, there you go. Like that I loved.
Yeah.
There's moments I loved. And as for like the Natalie Portman being better, he didn't necessarily like at any point lose. She didn't do any better.
No, every time he was losing, she would come and save him.
Losing to like who? The Gore?
Yeah.
She didn't do any
save him.
She didn't do any better. She got her ass kicked too.
No, she came and saved him and gave him a chance, because without her, he wouldn't have any chance.
Yeah, and then she lost. Like she did.
No, but she still gave him a chance. Even though she lost, she's 100%. Like, I distracted him for you. Here you go.
Yeah, that's fine with that.
Like, well, why can't Thor beat this villain by himself?
Keep in mind, in this story, it took 3 Thors from the past, present, and future to take on the dude. So like, one Thor and maybe Natalie Portman.
Well, that's in the comics, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all about changing things here. So why don't we change things for the positive then?
That was the positive.
Why can't we finally have a change for the positive instead of change for
here's the thing,
chopping the knees off?
Everyone was like, she's gonna replace him. I don't know where that rumor came from.
Oh, I don't know. I know. I heard about that too. I'm like,
yeah.
she's older than him. She has no interest. She didn't want to come back to this until they dropped a bunch of money in her lap.
Yeah.
She didn't want to come back. She said it. She was happy with her, part in the other movies, and she was good. She was, content with that until they came with the Brinks truck and said, "Hey, we need you to come back here because we don't have any good storylines, and we need females."
Here's where I agree with you. She wasn't necessary to tell this story. They didn't need her. They could have done a story about her. Maybe not the miniseries you're talking about earlier. They could have had that as a
I'll
movie.
concede. Maybe not the miniseries, but could we have not given her a little bit of a background?
You could have made a Storm movie. She could have found Mjolnir.
I think the movie would have been more riskier than making a TV show, because it would have cost a lot more money. And Disney's not going to do risks. See, have you looked at all the patterns?
No, but this could have been like a separate thing entirely.
Disney doesn't have the balls to make a female movie by itself, or a new character. They don't have the balls. What they do is they slide it into a male popular character and hope that it makes money.
That's like they can do that. This could have been 2 separate movies.
I want them to make more female movies and TV shows with female superheroes.
Yeah.
They're sitting in the dark, and I don't know, for whatever reason, they don't want to bring them to the forefront. That's what frustrates me. Is you got all these awesome characters that I grew up loving, female characters and male characters, and you don't give them a chance. You continue to shoehorn new characters that you're creating into existing IPs.
Who's one that you would want, though?
I would like to see That's a good question.
It's tough because they're still, even the older ones are legacy characters. Like people are like, oh, I like Spider-Woman. Like, you like Spider-Woman? Like this, like that. Like, what are you gonna make a Tiger movie?
Most of the female characters that I like to see are in the X-Men
which is tough too because those are still part of a team. Like it's hard. And then She-Hulk, look, they botched it with that trailer. Unfortunately.
Oh God. That's just. Actually, before you mentioned She-Hulk, she was the one that I wanted for the longest time.
Yeah.
Because when I saw the Hulk, I'm like, where the hell is She-Hulk? And I would have loved them to make a movie because they would have put the money into it. They would have put the money into She-Hulk instead of making this Disney Plus. I hope they fix the CGI in this. It looks horrendous.
I'm not a fan of that. I hope they better fix it. They better pull a Sonic the Hedgehog and revamp it.
I think it's too late to do that.
I don't know. The other studio did it at the last possible minute.
I would have liked to see Lady Sif.
Right? I missed her character.
So why couldn't we do a Foster and Lady Sith adventure? Figure it out. They're writers. You can make crazy stories up. Like, you know how in the movie where she's dying, right? She's in that area, battle area. You could have had Jane go there and try to save her and couldn't do it. Right?
Me personally, Marvel has taken liberties where they skip over characters like Carol Danvers obviously wasn't Miss Marvel. She went straight to the Captain Marvel.
Okay,
so what I would do for Jane, I would skip Jane being Thor because currently she's a Valkyrie. I would go right to that. She's dealing with death. It's only fitting that she becomes she travels the dead to the afterlife while still dealing with superhero stuff.
I liked Captain Marvel as a comic book character. I love the part where Rogue takes her powers, and I fell for Captain Marvel when she was in a coma. I would have loved to see them, and then she got her powers from Marvel. They didn't even do that. They couldn't even strip the powers from a guy and give it to her. They didn't want to do that. I don't know why.
Even the comic one bothered me. I'm like, why are you so strong? All you did was gene splice Captain Marvel, and I don't know. The comic was weird too. Whatever.
But they could have done a story where Marvel was dying,
and
needed to pass on the powers or something. That would have automatically give Captain Marvel a sympathetic love. That she, maybe they could have been in love or they could have been friends, and you have this emotion now tied. What I'm seeing now is a lot of these movies that are coming out, there's not enough emotion tied. Doctor Strange had very little emotion. I didn't even feel that chemistry between him and his love interest. Right? I didn't even feel any of that.
Albert.
Yeah. So, I don't know. The writers have just lost the ability to create emotion. But that is what you need, though, in order to make the movie compelling.
Funny enough, the most emotion I felt was in Spider-Man. And it was like,
Before that movie, I felt with Thanos. Because here's a guy that you hate, but he sort of makes sense in a psychotic way.
Yeah.
Right? And you have that emotional attachment. Like, I hate this guy, and I kind of understand where he's coming from, but I still hate this guy. So you have an enemy that you kind of have an attachment with, right? I don't know what Omar's saying here with that.
Squirrel Girl. There's an actress from the AT&T commercial.
There you go. That's a comedy that I would love to watch. That'd be funny.
I'm pretty sure that got canceled.
Yeah. Well,
unfortunately, sorry, Omar.
Yeah, they don't have the guts to make those cool things.
See, it's weird though. Why not? Because they turned Thor into a comedy. They could have very well just did it with that. Like the ones you think they should do comedies for, they don't.
But here, like I said, you went in there expecting comedy. I went in there knowing I'm going to get comedy, but I don't want. And I was praying to God. I'm like, I know I'm going to go into a comic shit show, but for the last 20 minutes, they give me my Thor back. They give me serious Thor back. Yeah, sure, shoehorn comedy in the beginning because it's Taika. I knew there was comedy going to be injected. You can see the trailer as well. But I thought maybe because he said it was his last movie he's doing for a while with Marvel, he's going to go to Star Wars. I thought he was going to bring him back on track. Hey, guys, for 2 movies, I gave you funny Thor and you guys loved it. But now at the end, I'm going to give you that Thor where he's found himself finally. He knows his purpose in the universe, and he's serious about being King Thor, whatever the hell you want to call him. But we didn't even get that. What did we get? Tell everybody. What did we get?
split kicks and
no, we got Miss Doubtfire.
another classic.
We got
Thor
pancake
adventure.
flipping Thor with blueberries on top.
I love it.
Absolute garbage in my books. Absolute travesty. It is the darkest moment in Thor fandom. Oh man.
While I say
can you imagine Venom? Can you imagine Venom donning on an apron and making some muffins? I mean, for Carnage, his child.
We basically almost got scenes like that in the movie, so whatever. the Venom movie wasn't any better.
No, but can you imagine going forward? That's your Venom you're gonna have.
I'm used to it now. Like I wouldn't be surprised. Like,
are you happy though? Are you happy with it?
I wrote it off. See, here's
no. I'm asking because that's your boy, right? That's your boy. So now you know how it feels.
No, but
I'm asking you, are you happy with the decision they made with Venom?
No, of course not. But I knew that going in. So I'm just like, yeah.
Well, I knew that going in, but I'm like, can we please maybe for once?
That's your mistake. There's your mistake. The maybe. Maybe can we? Nope.
But you have to have a positive, like you have to have a positive mindset. Right?
I'm not psyching myself up to be let down. I'm just
Omar goes, I think I just saved money for a movie tickets. Omar, that is Omar, you're a wise man, and I'm glad you listened to my opinion instead of D's.
Depends. If you like comedies, and sure. Like I'm not saying go see the movie. I'm not telling anyone to see this movie. I'm just saying why I liked it.
Well, you spent an hour saying otherwise.
No, I spent an hour telling you why I liked it. I don't give a shit if
anyone else when you like it, then you're perceiving an opinion.
No, not at all. Because then people are like, hey, I saw that movie that you liked. Yeah, I liked it. I didn't tell you to go see it.
But when you like it, then people want
I like chocolate cake sometimes. I'm not going to tell someone who hates chocolate to go eat chocolate cake. That's the thing.
I don't know if that's the same.
No, it is. As a viewer, I can make it apply to myself.
But we are somewhat being online, being on social media, and being on a live like this. We are somewhat trying to indirectly influence people with.
But that's the problem I think people have. They can't isolate that. I know why I like this. I can tell you why I like this, and I can explain why you won't like this. I know for a fact you wouldn't like this.
So tell us why you won't like this.
Okay, so for example,
summarize it.
So for anyone who's expecting the strong-willed, powerful, serious Thor that has shown up in comics as of late, you aren't going to get that. I like funny moments. I like just ridiculous parodies sometimes. And it's even funnier because Thor wouldn't.
But aren't you tired of it though? You already saw it in Ragnarok.
No, if they write the scenes.
So if they make a third movie with the bumbling Thor again, are you gonna still like it?
Now hear me out.
Okay.
I like the jokes they wrote from. I'm not saying this story is like tightly written at all whatsoever. I like the movie. I'm not in love with it. I can throw this on TV and watch it and laugh at the jokes. But if someone's like, "Oh, how is the story?" I'd go like this. That's me being honest. Mm-hmm. And that's the problem people have. Like, people always come to me like, "Oh, you said you like that movie." I'm like, "No, I said I like this, this, and this." The same thing I have with like number scores at the end of reviews, where people lay out all the problems and they are like 100% on point. But then people get caught up on the numbers. Like, so because I had problems with this, I'm giving it a 7. And then someone's like, well, a 7, it should be a 6.5. Like, you're seriously upset about that 0.5 difference. So we ignore those people. So it depends. Like, I'm not sure what type of movies Omar likes, but if he wants more of a Infinity War moment Thor that we saw where he came onto the battlefield and he was serious and he was willing to do battle and he just had that focus, that's not in this. And it's hard because it's the same character. So
this is cosplay Thor.
Yeah, I can't be like if you like Thor, go see this, because you've seen 4 different versions.
Yeah,
you've seen 4 different versions of the same character. So you can't even do this the same. If you're a Thor fan, go see this. Well, it depends now. What type of Thor fan are you? Do you like this version or do you like the fun? Like, that's hard. Like, so for me, this is why I like it, but I know for a fact.
Okay, why can't we have both though?
You could. Ideally, that would be perfection, and that would take me from simply liking.
But that's what I'm getting at is, why are we always settling for crap, right? And my anger towards this movie is not because I don't like comedy or I don't like funniness in a Thor movie. My argument, or I don't like females in a movie. My argument about this movie is it wasn't anywhere close to what we saw with Ragnarok. It was a downgrade, a severe downgrade.
Yeah, and that's why I'm scoring it lower.
But here's the thing. My hard-earned money, I spent a boatload taking my 2 kids because they wanted everything in the goddamn snack table. And I took them into the theater, and I want to see a good movie. I didn't say I didn't want to see comedy. I already knew that because I saw the stupid jokes in the trailer. So I was expecting some comedy in there. But I wanted to see Taika do something different. Instead, it became a one-trick pony. He did the same crap that he did in Ragnarok, but in a worse way. In a way worse way. What I'm saying is, I expect you to do a better job the second time around because you obviously learned your lesson from any mistakes you made in the first one, which he didn't make that much mistakes. It was a good movie. So that's what I'm mad is. Why did I go and see a movie that's worse?
No.
It almost looked like he just settled for what he did in the past and said it's going to work because I did it before.
Oh, 100%. That's 100%.
And I didn't want to put the work in. And that really pisses me off. And now, Kevin Feige should be blamed for this too. That guy, he's trying to hide in corners and stuff and pretending that he had nothing to do with this. He signs off on these movies because in the past, he has fired or got rid of directors that didn't see their vision.
He genuinely like.
No, I think he got, and I'm going to say it, I think he was just horny over Taika because of what Taika did in the past. And because Taika is such a loving character. He is a great human being from all accounts, from reporters and other celebrities. They love him. So I think he just said, let's just give him what he wants and let him do what he wants and see what happens.
They're going to keep doing it too.
Well, Taika's not going to be filming right now. He's going to do a Star Wars from what I heard.
No, but like, I think going on in the future, whenever the next Thor movie comes, they're going to try to get Taika back.
Yeah, maybe, but I'd rather have someone like James Gunn have a shot at it. There's a guy that knows how to balance.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. That'd be a good one.
Actually. He is a phenomenal director. He knows how to balance. Like, look at Peacemaker.
Yeah.
There are serious moments, then there was hilarious moments, and he knows when to turn it on and off. That's quality director right there. I would watch James Gunn's movies. Like, look at Guardians of the Galaxy, right? That's a bumbling group, but then they have emotions. Like when Rocket Raccoon was talking about how he was experimented on, you felt for him. The beginning of Guardians where his mom is dying, Quiz's mom. They didn't throw in comedy right away in the middle of it to make light of it. No. When seriousness was demanded, seriousness was given its chance. And that's what I'm upset about with this movie. You know, you had all the ability to make this a balanced movie, and you didn't. You just fumbled the ball at the 1 yard line. Just garbage. And the end scene, it turns out that is his daughter, right, in real life, which is a loving moment because there's a picture I saw Hemsworth drop today of the very first time he donned the outfit. His daughter was, I think, 1 year old, less than 1 year old, sitting on the floor, looking up at him, and Mjolnir's in front of them. And I thought it was such an awesome picture because that was the first time he donned on the Thor outfit. And then he shows, fast forward, that now his daughter is with him in the movie, which is fantastic. It's a dream come true for any parent, to see their kid with them at their occupation or maybe working in the movie industry. I'm sure it's a great, awesome moment. But in the movies, I don't like this Father Thor. And I don't mean Father Thor in the Odin way. I mean like blueberry pancake flipping Father Thor. I don't care for this. And then this kid all of a sudden has the godly powers of Thor to wield Stormbreaker. What's your explanation on that?
Stormbreaker, anyone could lift Stormbreaker. And she has infinity.
No, everyone can't lift Stormbreaker.
Everyone can.
It's
not enchanted.
No. I know it's not enchanted, but you need someone strong to hold it, don't you?
Cap held it. If you're specifically talking about that child, she has divine powers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, how does this kid get divine powers?
Because infinity.
Because the wish was to make her alive.
Yeah, the wish is stupid. It was a monkey paw wish. They always do that. They was like, oh, because I gave you back to life, you have magic powers now. Why? that's something. He's like, oh, I had to use a portion of my divine cosmic power.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense.
Like, I didn't ask for this. Now, like, could you imagine if Gore survived and asked for his daughter to be revived, and now she has god powers and he has to raise this child as just a normal human being like that? That's not what I asked for. Just give me the wish that I asked for. And that's the trope that they do, and I hate it. They didn't make it a bad thing in this, but I think it's unnecessary. I don't know.
What they're doing is they're setting up the next Thor. That's what they're setting up. She's going to be the next Thor. I always wanted Marvel to go the James Bond route, where after a while somebody else takes over the mantle. Because how else are you going to keep these legacy characters around? Right? We lost Iron Man. We lost Captain America. Now we're going to lose Thor. You're a Trinity right there. Gone. It's sad. It's terrible and it's sad and it's inexcusable. I don't care for this. I don't care. Every single superhero now is being replaced by a younger female.
Well, we got to be careful with that accusation, because people said that about the Jane thing.
Hawkeye, gone.
No, I mean about the Thor. We don't know that he's being replaced right away. Like,
no, I'm saying that they're setting it up in a way where now you're thinking that once he retires, it's not going to be a male Thor anymore. It's going to be this character taking over, because the way they're doing it kind of makes you believe it. And you're right. We don't know 100%, but why else put this in there? Because the next movie, she has to be in there.
She could be anyone, really. She could be Singularity. Like, when we saw her, she had the outline of just a cosmic being. They could put her in Young Avengers. Like, she could be anything, really. So I think in her case, she's weird enough as a character that they could move her elsewhere. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I don't think they're going to swap Thor out for her.
Like, what I mean by replacing all these characters with female characters, I don't mean in a negative way. What I'm saying is you could have both. Like you said, Young Avengers.
Yeah.
You can have a Young Avengers and you can have the older Avengers. You said kids and adults will both be happy. Disney will make money from both.
Yeah, so I don't know that they're going to, like,
I know, but what I'm saying is this whole notion that everything has to be kid friendly is garbage. You just need to open your mind here, Disney, and realize that you could serve both sides here. And you should serve the adult side more, because they're the generation that's actually giving a shit about this. The newer generation, they care about Fortnite more than they care about Marvel Universe. So your goal is to make sure to service the people that are going to watch your movies first and foremost, because they grew up with it, buy your merchandise, right? I'm that generation. You're that generation that's going to serve Marvel and pay up the ponies of money.
But we're proving them right by, like, going to see everything and anything that they produce.
But the numbers are declining.
I don't know, what is it at now?
Since Endgame ended, Spider-Man was the only one that has far exceeded the expectations.
I mean, this has 302 million on this first,
but they won $1 billion though.
They won $1 billion. Yeah,
they won $1 billion. They're used to $1 billion. Spider-Man hit $1 billion, right? I think so. It did in the first month. It hit $1 billion. What did Doctor Strange do?
I'm just reading these numbers here.
Okay.
So,
and you're getting your source from where? Just so the listeners can.
This is just the box office results.
Okay, the official box office result. North American, right?
North American.
Okay.
Domestic top 10, Thor 1100, 4,375.
Omar says this was the peak Thor MCU at the end of Infinity War.
Yeah, I agree.
I 100% agree with you. Thor died after that. We got bumbling Thor. Odin's bastard child. And anyone who disagrees with me, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section. I will reply to you.
Like anyone who disagrees, though, it comes down like
it's our opinion.
It's so different. Like there is no middle ground. Like it's hard.
Like I absolutely love that you have a different take on it.
Yeah,
because it makes me think. It makes me look at it from a different perspective. And I respect your opinion on it, just like everyone should respect everyone else's opinion, so long it is not damaging and insulting to others. And we are trying to be professionals here. In fact, we are. We don't call out anybody. Like I said, the actors, they're getting paid to do a role. They're given a script to read off. That's not their fault if the movie is terrible. I mean, it's their fault if they can't act in the role they're given, which I don't have a huge problem with, aside from Natalie Portman's rendition of, I think she tried a little too hard.
Yeah.
To be Thor. She was kind of clunky with the armor on, but that's because she's not used to this role. You don't see her walking around as a superhero all the time. So
which that would have been more fitting actually, but then they had her act weird and then be this perfect fighter. Like
I would have loved to have inexperienced Thor there.
Yeah.
Or inexperienced Jane Foster. I would have loved to have that. It just shows, right? And then Thor could be like, yeah, okay, you're kind of standing a little wrong there. The comedy would have been fun to insert in there, right? So yeah, you got the numbers there, right?
Oh yeah, Spider-Man 100% made its billion. So
there you go. See.
Yeah. Oh, I wasn't doubting.
So the biggest test to see if this week it's gonna make money.
Yeah, that's what I was.
The drop off is the key. Yeah. Because opening week will always make, because that's the hardcore fans.
Yeah.
The opening week will make its 2-3 million, 100 million. It's the second and third week that is a deciding factor, because people listen and hear social media and friends on the first week to decide if they want to go in the second week.
I think opening weekend it made 260 million. That was No Way Home, and then it blew up. It expanded
because people got the word out.
Yeah, so we'll see. Like
so the average audience started going and seeing it then.
Yeah. So here will be the test to see what how fast it drops and how far down the numbers will drop.
Do you happen to have? Are you able to pull up Doctor Strange's numbers?
Like opening weekend,
No, just in general. What did they make so far?
Okay.
Because Doctor Strange was supposed to make a boatload of money, because it teased multiverse, right? And everyone, we heard Professor Xavier's voice, and we lost our mind. We lost our mind, right? And it was a Super Bowl, so they invested a lot of money promoting that.
So it made 388 million in the US and 520 million internationally. 909 million.
Oh, that's a disappointment right there for Disney. They must have been pissed. Think about that.
And that was June, and then now it's on Disney Plus anyway. So
yeah, they're probably not happy with those numbers. So let's see, in 3 weeks. Let's visit. Why don't we revisit this in 3 weeks?
Yeah,
episode 79. Let's say that.
Okay.
Hopefully,
I'm curious to see. Yeah, I'll make a note of it. I don't remember.
Both of you guys' takes are good. Won't go watch in theaters, but definitely on D+. So I guess this.
See, that's what I mean. Like as soon as Omar said the best one was the Infinity War, I'm like, okay, that's all I need to know. I can't tell you to go. I can't tell you to go watch this.
Yeah. No, like I said, I'm just so upset. It's a comedy hour with this thing. I really wish it was like the last 10 minutes. Just give me the last 10 minutes that he's on his way to becoming the Thor that he's supposed to be in the comics that everyone loves. People don't hate this character. They love this character. And, I would have loved to see the last 10 minutes.
Here, I put this in because here's a good example to me how you could have a serious Thor but make him funny. Like he's talking about barbecuing, but he's not tripping over the barbecue and spilling food all over himself.
Yeah, he's not a bumbling fool at the barbecue joint. Yeah.
Yeah, like he's like, I grilled these hot dogs. The quality meat seems questionable. This I cannot recommend. Like he's just talking like an Asgardian.
Why couldn't you have that as a dad as well? Like he could have the daughter thing. Okay, hey, listen, I'm Thor. Here's a slab of meat. Let's eat.
Yeah.
I'm going to have my ale and you have your steak. And then she'd be like, well, I'm only 5 years old. I don't know if I can eat steak that big. Come on. This is the Asgardian way. How are you going to get big and strong like me? well, I don't know. I'm not a god. Like, that's what I want to see. Like, realistic approaches to this, right? Well, not realistic. Like, the comic approach to this.
There's different times of comedy.
God damn it, give me a pen and a book. I'll write them a goddamn story.
There's like situational based comedy, and then there's comedy that's slapstick. Like, there's different kinds too.
Yeah.
Like, I like the situational ones too. So either way, I would have been happy. Like when he smashes the cup down in the first movie and asks for another. I found that hilarious.
Cool. Because that's Asgardian obnoxiousness, right? I'm a royalty, so therefore give me another. And by the way, what happened to all that? Like, what happened to his little Asgardian accent?
It comes and goes.
Yeah, right? Like, do you remember how heavy it was?
Yeah.
And now that doesn't even exist anymore. Oh man. Okay. Do you want to add anything else? We've been
man, we've been at it for a while. No,
yeah, we've been at it for a while. I appreciate Omar. I appreciate everybody staying on with us. We appreciate everybody for giving their takes and their opinions. We hope you appreciated our opinion. It is our opinion only. We would love to hear your opinions on if you're going to see this movie or not. And if you do, let us know in the comment sections, or come and join our lives and let us know what you thought of the movie when you finally see it. What would you give this, unless you have anything else to add? You have anything else to add?
No, I don't. This is the tough part. The number part.
This is a tough part, but we have to do it.
Yeah.
And this is sort of an estimate. Let's put it that way. This is an estimate of everything that we're talking about. We're trying to put it in a numbers terms to simplify it.
Like, if Infinity War and Endgame were 9s, by all means, I shouldn't give this a 7. Like, that doesn't make sense. But I don't hate it. And you were calling it a 6. So that's why I start overthinking things.
Yeah.
I like it, but I'm not in love with it. So to me,
I know it's tough, but we got to do it.
Yeah. So I don't know. To me, I'd be a 7. I like it, but I'm not in love with it. And it was just purely for entertainment, wild ride purposes.
Okay.
Normally I'd give it a 6, but that sounds like a fail to you. So I don't know. Like, what are you giving it? I'm surprised you even gave it a 6 last time.
Yeah, this is a 6. This wasn't a goat of a movie, but we did see goats. To me, that was if that is the best part. I didn't even get to talk about that, but if that's the best part of the movie, we have some issues. This is a 6, solid 6 for me. Solid in the terms of, I guess, the 80s music, and I got to see Natalie Portman again on the big screen, who I absolutely love. And I got to see Thor again, only to see it belittled even more. Yeah, 6. Very disappointing for me. I'm just, even my son loves everything. My youngest son came out and said, "Dad, this was not a good movie." And people around me said, "Oh, by the way, I got a free movie ticket out of this."
Yeah, I'm surprised they actually did.
I forgot to mention that. I was so enraged that the manager at the theater saw me walking out, because we've go to that theater all the time, and she's seen us many times. She asked me how was the movie, and I said it was garbage. I was being honest, and she felt so bad. She's like, "Oh, well, I'm so sorry. You guys always come here all the time." She's like, "Here's a voucher for another free movie or something." And I'm like, "Okay, cool, I'll take it." But yeah, nah, not a good movie. Watch it on Disney Plus. They'll get you somehow with their money, right? So with your money, but yeah, save the popcorn money and just watch it on Disney Plus. That's my opinion. D says go in there and turn off the brain and have a great laugh.
Or Disney Plus it if you have Disney Plus.
But if you want a comedy, like he said, go watch it. If you want to see Thor, the comic Thor, don't go watch it. Mm-hmm. I think that's the best way to simplify it.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
The more movies coming out, the more he's devolving away from the comic version.
I think more of MCU's devolving.
Yeah.
Period. All right. So yeah, we appreciate everybody. Go to our social media, ANR Universe. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We appreciate it if you do that. Thank you so much. Wherever you're on the world or the universe, have yourself a good morning, a good day, and a good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.